That is an interesting point. All right, so Mike Mazzella here with the hot takes on episode 248.
Hot take. I'm not sad when old people die.
Oh, you're not sad when old people die.
I realized this today, and it's not that I'm not sad.
You monster.
It's like you're sad that they're no longer around, right? But it's not a tragedy, right? Like my mom called me like 2 weeks ago, and my mom was going in that day to the doctor to go and get like a scan of her heart or something done, some routine thing, right? But I knew that that's what she was doing that day. I get a call from my mom at like 9 p.m. and I pick up the phone and she's crying, and I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, Mike, I'm really sorry to have to tell you this, but... And then she took a long pause, and I'm thinking she's about to tell me that she's like dying, you know, months to live, something like that. And she tells me that my great aunt Trudy died. Aunt Trudy is like 93 and awesome, by the way. Amazing woman, fantastic person, so cool, such a great life story. Came here as a kid and like just lived to be 93, smoked every single day of her life. 93 years old. When a person who's 93 dies, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That's
yeah. Or when unhealthy people die. I mean, like it's just sad that it's that way. Like my dad, he was very unhealthy before he passed away, but it was like watching a person deteriorate in a sense. And so when they do finally pass away, it's almost like, well, thank God they didn't have to do that for 10 more years.
They don't have to suffer anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's
that's the thing for sure.
And it seems sort of inevitable. Like it seems like, well, what else could you have expected? Like, what did you really expect to happen? So like when somebody's sickly or when somebody's old, and those go hand in hand in a sense. The older you get, and people age differently. Like you have a poor lifestyle and a body that's not ready for that, and you just age poorly.
Yeah,
some people get to do all those things and they age great, but that's not most of us, you know. So that's always something to. I feel like age is, in a sense, just a number, in that like people age faster than other people. Like you'll see people who are 40 that look like they're 90.
How you take care of yourself definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I said earlier, like I think we're all past our expiration date already. Like that's
that was that was hot take number one.
That was the first hot take. That's how we got into this. I like in the scope of human history, like the average age of a person is like 11 or 12 or something like that. Because people would die. Like 30 was old age. You were an elder if you made it to your 30s.
Yeah.
And now we just like generally assume like, yeah, like most people die in their like 70s or their 80s. And like, that's kind of what we're like used to or accustomed to. If you told a person in like, I don't know, 1205 that you were like 80 years old, they'd be like, what? Like, what?
Wizard. You're a wizard.
Like somebody today being like, I'm 250 years old.
It'd be the same
like,
thing.
Okay.
It'd be like, what are you taking? What are your supplements? What's going on here? I mean, like, have you seen all this anti-aging stuff that goes on online now? I haven't gotten too much into the rabbit hole, but I know I've scraped the surface.
I'm not concerned about it. I guess I should be. I guess I'm not expecting to live a full life. Not like I'm trying to die either, but I'm like, if I made it to 90, that would be surprising to me. Like I engage in risky behavior. I don't work out as much as I should. I'm drinking just sugar right now.
Yep. I'm glad you drank that, because now I won't. That's what I was saying to you. Like, because I'm not strong enough. When I've got that stuff in my fridge, eventually I'll drink it. Eventually. Like, I can go for a little while. Yeah.
Beckons you.
It beckons me. Like, it'll be one night and I'll be like, oh, fuck it. I'm drinking it. And I'll drink like whole thing so fast. I think I have this weird psychological block because I was the kid who carried around Mountain Dew 2 liters in high school. So I think that sticks with you forever.
Were you like the pajama pants kid? Were you that kid?
I wouldn't say pajama pants, but there was one summer when all I wore was trap shorts for no reason.
What are trap shorts?
They're like comically oversized shorts with like 100 pockets on them.
Okay, so this is like a step up from cargo shorts. This is...
Oh, it's like if cargo shorts fucked like sweatpants and had a baby, kind of. That's kind of how I would describe it.
Can you make my cargo shorts less formal?
Yeah.
I want them to be...
They look ridiculous. Like, I think if I even showed you a picture, I don't know if I'll be able to get it
Sweatpants with cargo pockets is just like, I'm always prepared for anything that doesn't extend beyond my front door.
It's funny.
I have all of the equipment, but I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, these aren't what I'm thinking of. This is not what I'm thinking of. So... Maybe someone told me what I was wearing was called trap shorts, but that's not what it was. Because these don't quite look like what I'm thinking. I mean, I have photographic evidence of me wearing this thing because, again, I wore it for a whole summer. That was, for some reason, that was like something I wanted to do. It was a Green Day shirt and trap shorts, and I did not change my outfit all summer.
Did you wash them?
I would have lied to you and told you that I did, but I probably...
Gotta buy your own washing machine. This is what I'm saying. This is the message that I'm trying to get out to the world. If you live in an apartment, you don't have to be beholden to the washing room in the basement where you got to put in the quarters or you got to download an app. Why the fuck do I have to download an app to wash laundry in my own apartment building? Why is it telling me that the password that I've selected is not strong enough? Yeah. Who is trying to steal access to my laundry app?
When I was a kid, this is not...
Buy your own washing machine. It's like $250. You put it on some wheels. You wheel it out of the closet. You wash clothes in your own apartment.
You know, my mom, she got me, I forgot about this. It was like the type of washing machine you could use in an apartment. I can't believe I haven't thought about this in so long because it is exactly what I would need right now. And it was like you would plug it in and you'd fill it up with water and you'd put the water, like it was a washing machine that was portable and you move it around. Is this the type of thing you're talking about?
You connect it to the sink.
Yeah.
You plug it into the wall.
You were talking about that. Okay, I had no idea. That's what I thought. You meant like a real. You've got a real washing machine.
Been thinking about it for a long time. I saved up. I bought it. It arrived.
How much did you pay for it?
Like $250. It was on sale. I carried it up 3 flights of stairs,
which is not fun.
Almost died because again, I do not take that good of care of my body. I need to start doing a lot better. And then you like take it out of the box and it's just fucking, it's good to go. You don't have to put it together. It's just there. Plug it in. Not having to walk up and down stairs with like bushels of laundry is just, I don't know. It's such a monumental game changer in my life that it's having this level of impact that this is what I feel compelled to talk to you about.
You can't do blankets though. You can't do blankets.
You can do anything.
Is it that, it's that big?
It has enough space. It would be like the blanket, like you talk about like a down comforter. It's going to be the down comforter and nothing else going in there.
But you could clean it.
For that load, but it's going to do it really fast.
How long does it take to wash?
30 minutes.
And then drying is this about 30, 45 minutes?
Oh, you just like hang stuff up.
Oh,
next is a dryer. I'm going to buy a dryer.
So mine had a dryer on it, and it wouldn't get everything completely dry. Yeah, it was washer dryer.
Why is that not the standard now? I feel like we have the technology.
I did. So
I don't know why that's not. I think it's just big washer dryer trying to get you to buy both.
Yeah, probably. It's probably some like.
This is what happened to big scanner, faxer, printer, and that's then why they caved, and we got an all-in-one.
Yes,
so we can do it.
We have the power. Maytag, are you fucking listening? Because I've been to your store. It's not that great. We've had enough. I'm honestly not even that impressed by your products, if I'm not going to lie. I feel like you could do better, but you're holding yourself back. It's kind of sad.
Whirlpool is coming for that throne, so step your game up.
Oh, how about a hot tub? Okay. Have they made one? I don't think they've made one.
Does Whirlpool make hot tubs?
They should. It's in the name.
I think we need to have a company that makes that's like Honda or like Toshiba or something.
Wouldn't that be so
like,
cool?
We make everything.
A couch company made a hot tub and it was like built for comfort.
Lazy boy hot tub.
Oh, see, now we're talking. You're just part of the fun is the way that you sit.
This is something that you just made me think of. I once in college looked up and almost bought an inflatable portable hot tub. Because I thought it would be really funny to have a house party where there was just a hot tub in the middle of the room.
Oh, what a terrible idea.
It would have been awful. It would have definitely spilled. It would have.
Yeah. The first thing I think is that thing's going to pop.
But if you look up online, there are these like, it just literally like inflates like a fucking bouncy castle and then you fill it with water and it has jets and it's just a hot tub anywhere you want.
I mean, honestly though, it's not that different than any other like above ground pool. Like, I mean, you're kind of just doing the same thing. Like as soon as you start doing that, I just wonder how well you could circulate heat in such water. Like, I would wonder how effective of a hot tub it would be. Like, yeah, you could make something that stands up and holds water, but is it going to actually, like, be comforting for me to sit in? Or am I going to sit in it and regret the fact that I bought this fucking $500
I don't know.
indoor hot tub?
I've immediately 180'd on this idea as soon as you brought up the idea of an above-ground pool, and then I thought, ugh, no.
Yeah,
no.
above-ground pools never really work out.
It's never the move.
Did you see what just happened there? I mean, let me tell you, let me break it down for you. You just saw a breakdown of a critical issue on the show that is called Ruse Radio. A critical issue, the issue of indoor pools, the issue of inflatable hot tubs. These are things you need to think about. These are conversations you need to hear. And in order for me to continue to bring you this critical information, all right, this entertainment that you must see, well, the only way I can continue to do this is with your support. So I have found a way to make it so easy for you to support me. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and it is called Patreon. $5 a month on Patreon. The price of a coffee, the price of a beer at the bar, and you help this show grow. You help make this show bigger and better than it's ever been. And also you get some exclusive content. What? You get to hear some exclusive conversations on Patreon. You get to hear my music early, and you get to hear music that no one else is ever going to hear. And the fourth thing is that you get your name on the screen right here, right now, and you get your name at the end of every single podcast episode. All of that plus the joy that is supporting this show, helping this show grow, helping me bring you conversations, important conversations like the inflatable pool conversation. This is something you need to think about, folks. Something else you need to think about is the fact that you can catch me live. If you're watching this the day this podcast comes out, like the day that it comes out, maybe the day after, Monday, March 2nd, 3/2, Monday, March 2nd, you can catch me live. It's going to be at the book club in Chicago, Book Club Chai, and it's going to be the boy IQ Soul. I'm going to be on stage with him. He's got me in one of his songs. He's awesome. He's got a podcast of his own. We love IQ Soul. Friend of the show, we stan IQ Soul, and so you can catch me live with that guy. If you're catching this the day it comes out or the day after, exclusive, you can catch me live almost right after that. And the second time you can catch me live, if you missed it, if you didn't see me live that time, don't worry. You can catch me at the next installment of Gorilla Taco Party. The first two sold out, so you better buy tickets now for the next Gorilla Taco Party. A music, rap, comedy, madness, extravaganza, amazing. My Kino crew's gonna be there. I'm talking, we're gonna have Gobblehead there. It's gonna be amazing, folks. So you gotta be there. April 17th at Casa Cafe, at an actual taco restaurant where you can order tacos. That's right. All this stuff coming very, very soon. Very, very awesome things. Very, very awesome conversations. Let's get back to the one we were just hearing. Let's hear some more about pools. Ruse, tell us about pools. Honestly, any pool is just such a problem to consistently have go on. Like, I mean, public pools are a nightmare. It's just a cesspool. Literally, but also if you have your own pool in your backyard, you know how much it costs to maintain a pool? It's like thousands a year.
I'm not rich enough to have these problems. I'm not even considering.
My mom was a nurse, and she had a pool, and in the time that she could afford it, it stopped being worth it because she had children. So it's like when you have children that destroy your pool, it then becomes unaffordable because it's like, what's the point? They threw the dog in the water and the dog scratched up the liner. I'm not going to stop them from throwing the dog. Yeah, the pool's for them. It's for them.
And then they ruin it and break it. That's what kids do with everything. That's what we break everything. Can't remember a single one of my toys or things that I had as a kid that is still intact today.
It's crazy to think because when you're older, you especially if you're poor, you're worried about breaking things all the time. You're always worried I can break.
I can't afford to replace that.
If I drop my phone, fuck, dude, I'm so stupid. I can't buy another phone. I can't keep dropping this thing. It becomes I'm so dumb for dropping this.
And then you have to buy the cheapest one, which is also the most fragile one that's going to break again.
Yeah.
This is the Boots theory of economics. You ever heard this?
Yeah. And it never ends.
It costs more if you're broke because you have to keep buying cheap things that break more often, whereas if you had money, you could buy the expensive thing that's going to last longer, and in the long run, you end up spending more by buying the cheaper, shitty stuff
Yeah.
than you do if you could just put in a lump sum all at once and buy something really nice, like a nice
TVs,
pair of boots.
like TVs. Yeah. I mean, like boots, yeah. But TVs is like the thing that you do not want to go on the cheap end for. And I would tell anybody that, like, you're out of your mind. Like, literally, the lifespan is shorter. Literally, like, exactly the economic model you laid out applies directly to television in a provable way. You buy a cheap TV, that thing is going to look like shit within 2 years, or it'll just go out and it'll just stop working. Yeah. And it's like literally name brands that everybody knows. It's just people say, yeah, don't buy that brand. That TV's bad. Or it's like that's the type of market where you literally have to, if you want something good that'll last, you have to be willing to spend a lot of money because it's the only way you're gonna get.
And with everything in tech too, it's like they're just constantly coming out with the newest one all the time that has some new upgrade or feature. So you buy something and then immediately it's the old model.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, the new cool OLED fucking fuck the back of your retina's screen is out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on the last one and you don't have it.
It amazes me that GoPro pulls that off over and over again because they keep releasing the same camera, but they'll just up the resolution by like 0.8 again.
That's why they're GoPro.
Not go amateur.
They're not go amateur. They're not go hobbyist. They're GoPro.
Because they do it. They did it again. God damn it! They did it again. They did it pro. They did it. They went pro.
Because everything pro and plus and premium and like elite, platinum.
You know, I think if they did make the GoPro origin movie, it would be like so funny if you just placed that motif throughout the film.
You know, Go, you got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But you're not reaching it yet. You don't really want it.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go out there and get it. You're not a pro hobbyist. You're a GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
Go hobbyist. Fuck, I fucked it up. You're not a go hobbyist. You have the potential to be a GoPro.
You really think so?
I know so. I know that one day every annoying dude in a rock climbing class that's looking at everybody else like, I do this for real, is gonna want you. Is gonna have you strapped to him. I know every alienated weirdo social outcast incel who wants to walk the streets and harass people and then threaten them with pepper spray is gonna have one of you strapped to his chest. I see it. I see it in your future GoPro.
Oh man, I'm getting inspired just listening to that.
You could do it.
Yeah. And by the way, this podcast is filmed on a GoPro,
and you can record it
even better
in a fisheye lens and upload it to Vimeo because you're pretentious.
I'll say it is the most convenient camera. All right. It's just true. I'm never worried about breaking it. And that's like, to me, a miracle. I will say that the GoPro is incredible technology in that I can drop it and not fear for my life. Because like this camera, I don't know if it's on in the shot or not, but I got a DSLR right here. And like this lens, oh my God, if I dropped this.
That would suck.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Can I hold it?
Oh, is this your baby?
But it's just like it's crazy how not delicate they are. So, but I'm trying to think of what like kind of story arc you could do for that movie too, beyond just like the obvious. You know, you got to go pro. Like that's the motif, that's the idea and the theme. But it's like, what do we do then? Like maybe they're like you got to have like extreme sports, obviously. So like extreme sports have to be naturally integrated into the plot. Like maybe
my mind instantly went to GoPros being pressured to do the extreme sports, but he really wants to film like indie French cinema movies.
That's good. That's really good. That's perfect.
I want to do another base jump. Fuck.
And he's like, you got to go pro. That's why he's saying
parasailing again? Why can't I ever once just film a woman in a sweater having an emotional breakdown while it rains outside the window?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah. That's really good. He's like into like that weird like art school movies. Like we'll have a bunch of shout outs to different films and stuff. The art kids will love it. This is a good idea. Because this is like, that is perfect.
This is just High School Musical, but for GoPro. This is...
And I love it. It's all like, you ever see the movie Get Hard? It's kind of like that, where it's like, I want like Andrew Tate level like hyper masculinity on the GoPro side, and then the other side's like the complete opposite. Like he doesn't want any of this, and then somehow GoPro wins in the end. Like that's kind of a tragedy. You have this guy turns to the dark side.
GoPro's like, I can be both of these things.
Yeah, yeah. And then it'll be like The Social Network. Like we could kind of like do it like that, where it's like we're following this guy as he goes to
I'm
the
assuming
dark
this
side.
is animated and this is not just people being like,
It's possible.
Joe Pro.
Joe Pro. That's a good character name. Joe Pro, Joe Schmo. We could have like Joe Blow. They could all just be Joe. That's not bad. That might be good too. Let's keep these ideas rolling.
Let's keep these ideas rolling. You're gonna have to tell me more later off camera about cameras because I'm looking to get some cameras right now because I've started this new project. I've got a show at the Annoyance. That is a news parody. It's a satirical news show, and we're doing great. Like we've had one show so far. It's going to be a once a month kind of like recap of like news and current events and things that have happened that month.
Okay.
And then, it's all sketches and like headline jokes.
So is it like improv or is it like...
No, it's all sketch. So it's all like pre-written comedy. Some of it's going to involve like pre-taped like commercials and interviews with like cast members playing politicians.
And it's
like
the
members
events of the
cabinet and
past
stuff.
week.
Past month.
Past month. Okay.
And just like a satirical take on the news. And we done one show at the Annoyance. We had a great crowd. We recorded it and we're planning on putting that out online as a like recurring monthly show. And I actually want to like start live streaming it, maybe with like a 2-camera setup, do it really like a news broadcast, you know?
The only thing you lose in that trade-off is you live stream it, and unless you're recording the raw footage on each camera, you lose the ability to emphasize certain things in post, right? That's really the only big loss. Like, it's the same thing with the podcast when you have like a machine and you're cutting between, like you got a guy literally pushing buttons to switch the because it's a
like
live
switcher.
stream.
Yeah,
if you're doing that, you could potentially lose something because maybe I'll have a big reaction and we were on your shot when I had that reaction.
Well, I mean, but the benefit of it is that it's all pre-written sketch, right? So like it's not in a podcast situation where
and
you
don't have an audience
improvised.
cam, do you?
No, like the audience is going to be like a real live audience.
No, but I just mean you don't have a shot that's on the audience. You don't have anybody filming the audience or anything. Because that would be an unpredictable factor is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, like most of the reaction shot type things would be like in the context of a sketch. Because it's set up basically like we have 2 newscasters who are anchors who do like the headline jokes. And then they bring in the other cast members to play characters that they interview. But all of it's pre-written.
So kind of like a late night talk show, like in the same way that like a Jon Stewart would be structured.
Yeah, kind of like a daily show, kind of like the Weekend Update type of thing, or like any late night show. And it was cool. Mick, who runs the Annoyance, I was talking to him, and he was saying that he really wanted a show like this. It was right after the FCC came down really hard on Jimmy Kimmel, and like Stephen Colbert got his contract terminated at CBS, and like. There's just been like a lot of crackdown and pressure from the administration, from the FCC, that they're putting on these broadcast networks to like just stifle criticism and free speech of the administration, like criticism of the administration, which is free speech.
Yeah.
Can't talk today. And so Mick was like, hey, I think that's bullshit. And it is. We want to, have something of that genre in our own repertoire here. And asked me to do it. And I had this great team of sketch performers that we've been performing together for the last year at I.O., doing a kind of just like a more straight up like sketch show based on current events or like whatever was in the zeitgeist. But this show is more like specifically thematically a news broadcast.
Yeah.
And it's really fun and really exciting. We're having a great time doing it. It's called Keepin Tabs. We've got an Instagram page at Keepin Tabs News, and we're doing shows on the like second to last Thursday of each month at the Annoyance Theater.
How long are they?
It's an hour-long show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how soon before? So if it's about recent events, like what's the writing process for like something like that?
Glad you asked. So it's pretty staggered. So like what we'll do is we get together on Sundays. We do a writer's room. And we have, let's say, like 4 weeks leading up to the next show, right? Because we have like the last week of whatever month we're on, which is the week after a show, and then like 3 more weeks leading up to the next show. Mm-hmm. So the sketches and the pre-tape stuff have to kind of happen a lot earlier, right? Because we have to like write that sketch, cast it, record it, and then if any editing is necessary, do some editing. Usually it's just like green screen, like fill in the background type of stuff. But then we get to like let's say like the live sketches, which would be like an interview with a person that's playing someone or another news anchor who's in the field reporting on something. Those will get like a first script for. We'll do the read through on week 2 and then do some punch ups there live in the room. Like, hey, I really liked when you said this. What if we said this? Or what if then we tagged this on? Or this would be a good place for a callback to an earlier joke or even an earlier sketch in the show. And then by the next week, that script is more or less locked and like finalized. And we cast all the roles and then people have lines to memorize. So you've got about a week to memorize your lines for the actual show. The headlines jokes are written the week of the show because those are kind of where we do the more like, hey, this thing just happened and it's probably the thing that everyone's talking about, especially with this administration, with all the fucking crazy batshit lunatic shit that is happening right now. And it's always something each week. There's some new thing that's happening. That it would be like crazy for us to get to a show and not mention that crazy thing that just happened.
Right.
But obviously we didn't have the 3 or 4 weeks that we had for the other sketches in the lead up to that. So those are the headlines jokes where it's going to be like, this week Donald Trump said some crazy bullshit. Here's a punchline about it.
Yeah.
This week, da-da-da-da.
Those other shows must do it pretty similar now that I think about it. Because like it's say when they cut to like a segment where it's like we sent a reporter on the he went out and investigated this. It's always like a general topic type of thing rather than the main segment.
You can't really like anticipate. And then like sometimes it works out that like, oh, they sent Michael Costa to go and interview somebody from the EPA.
Yeah.
And then that week there's an oil tanker spill or something like that, which is like,
What luck.
That's a horrible tragedy that occurred. But like, since it did just happen, like we have this and it's going to be topical. You do things that are kind of like more like overarching. If you watch like John Oliver too, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like his big segment is about a issue that has been going on for decades, right? And is usually not like a new thing. It's something that has been going on for a long time, gives them the time to do all of that really investigative journalism to write those pieces. And all the things that he does at the top of the show are the like, here's all the things that just happened this week. Because you can't write, I mean, I'm sure you could if you like locked yourself in a room for 24 hours and everyone that was involved in the sketch writing and performing process also had that same block of time free. You could do that if it was your job, right?
Yeah.
We treat this like it's a job. We're not Go amateurs. We're Go pros. we gotta like, you know, we gotta really like scramble. Like our first show, we were scrambling behind the scenes to get everything together to make everything work. We had graphics, we had images, we had so much tech. We had a projector that was projecting images onto the wall behind us in like the show, so it looks like a news broadcast. You have like what would be the on-screen graphics,
right?
And thankfully, everything worked out really well. Thanks completely to our director Joanna Medrano, who's just phenomenal. She does so much stuff behind the scenes, but she also like made sure that first show went off without a hitch. It's a lot of stuff, right? So we can't dedicate, you know, too much time to the writing process. There's things that we need to just like write and get locked earlier on.
Right.
And those headlines jokes, that's where we can make up the difference by being like, and here are like the big topical things that just happened. But it's a really cool show. It's coming together really well. I can't wait to get it out online so that like everybody can see it. But people in Chicago, come check it out. Next show's February 19th. And then the one after that is March 19th. And then we'll be continuing on from there.
Yeah, you should definitely put them online. Like, I mean, I feel like, because the thing is with Chicago in general is I think that's the way that you get people to be able to see Chicago's comedy scene for what it is. You have to present it to them online because that's the world we're in. That's what Roast Battle does really well. And they're just lucky enough to be connected with the Roast Battle League. So where you fall under this big umbrella and that puts such a light on it. Because like really Chicago needs, like, people are always talking about like there's no infrastructure, but it's like it's up to us to create that infrastructure then somehow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm realizing more and more too that like in this day and age, like everything is available to us.
Yeah.
It's really just up to you to put the pieces together and make it happen. Like the audiences are out there, they're accessible, there's platforms for that. The equipment is available. Part of the reason why I moved to Chicago is because I wanted to do stuff like this, and I just needed people around me that were like-minded, that like also had similar goals, wanted to do similar things. And we're all kind of like in one place, and also had the same kind of like no bullshit commitment to it, where it's like, we're going to take this seriously. We're going to like really try and make something out of this. Bunch of GoPros.
Because that's what you need. I mean, if people aren't that committed to something, and I think it's what you surround yourself with. I mean, it interests me because I find that artistically, at least, like, being in a city, you'll see a different type of artist than you would see from outside of a city. Because I think people often are in a city for a reason, and they have a bigger goal, and this all is part of why they're even here in the first place. And so you'll just observe that type of mindset way more than you will if you're in like Flint, Michigan, or Swartz Creek, Michigan, where I'm from. If you're in either of these places, the type of person you're going to see creating something is so different. Because it's a certain type of person that would uproot their life and go to a different place for a dream versus a person who's just creating from wherever they've always been. And I think that's kind of what's happening. Is that you're seeing a bunch of like people who are here for a reason.
I love the people that are making content that is just like them doing what they've always done, but they're like, now I'm just going to film it and put it online. And it's awesome. It's so cool. If somebody's like, I'm a potter with like 35 years of experience throwing clay. Just watch me on this like Instagram reel or YouTube short while I just like make a pot. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm in. Look at that technique. Holy shit. Like anything like that, woodworking, like steel working, any like craft, I will watch like people doing crafts all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
YouTube doesn't recommend enough of that to me.
And I love that they are like, yeah, I like was making money selling pots, but now I'm making way fucking more money off the videos of me making pots.
Yeah.
I feel like any like thing like that, you used to have like a pretty modest revenue stream, and now it's like you can do anything, and as long as you film it, you could be like day in the life of a plumber and just go and fucking fix somebody's toilet, and people will watch that shit and it will earn you side revenue. Like I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's necessarily fantastic that people all over the place are sitting down watching videos of people plumbing to the point where it's generating enough money for that to be that dude's main source of income. But, you know, it's good for him. It's good for him.
I think it's kind of a catch-22. It's like good and bad, because before you couldn't really, you're a plumber, that's it. It's not going anywhere else. So it is cool that there's somewhere else to go with that, and that you can generate an audience within these niche communities. But at the same time, I think that it has this weird backwards effect where people start to, like, now everybody's an influencer in some way, shape, or form, whether you like it or not. And I liken it to, like, when you're on your phone, that's a different version of you than when you're talking in real life. And if you just think of those as two different people, then you're closer to reality. Because like there's a version of you on here, there's a version of you right here, and they're not the same thing. It's just never going to be the same thing. And so, but I think everyone's so used to that now that like everybody is used to that way of communicating, and to the point where it's like, oh, you're a plumber, why aren't you posting content? Like, it's like, that's such a stupid question.
Yeah, that's also like
because
such
a plumber doesn't give a fuck about content.
That would be like the douchiest recommendation ever. You should be filming content and uploading it. And why aren't you monetizing this? Why aren't you monetizing?
As he's fixing your sink,
monetize more now.
Yeah.
And he's like, I make a modest salary. I'm
it's also true.
Happy.
But it's also true. He should be monetizing that and making money.
Yeah, but I want him to come to that realization on his own. I don't want anyone to force that on him. If he just wants to be a plumber, let him be a plumber.
That's kind of my point, is like some magic gets lost along the way, and it happens everywhere with everything. Like everything just ends up becoming more about what's engaging and what gets people going.
That's the thing. Like that's why I like the Potter video and the plumber video, is because I'm like, oh, you learned a craft and you tried hard and put effort into a thing, and you're making something creative and original, and it actually has artistic merit and value. The shit that I cannot stand that's everywhere is the like waste your time AI generated. Did you know that in this movie, this man went to this place with this gun? But what you wouldn't believe is that this and this. And there was like bullshit recipe videos and bullshit everything videos that are like literally just there to waste your time and get you watching it until they hit that magic like 33-second mark or whatever the fuck it is where they can make money off of it. Or it's just
it's the equivalent.
Now you notice more and more when people intentionally do something wrong in a video in order to like just. I watched a video the other day and I knew I clocked it immediately. Dude starts it and he's like, "This is from the 1980s, and you wouldn't believe that a 60-year-old piece of blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" The first comment's gonna be like, "Hey, 1980 wasn't 60 years ago." I open the comments. It's the first 20 comments, and each one of those comments has like 100 comments underneath it. And I'm like, "Dude, literally just like intentionally miscalculated the amount of time between 1980 to today, said it in the first 2 seconds of the video." And made probably thousands of dollars more than he would have made off of that video just because people are so quick to be like, "You're fucking wrong."
Yeah, you spell stuff wrong. If you spell things wrong,
also just
right
like people are so easy to bait. Like rage bait, engagement bait shit is like annoying because it's so effective. It works so well. I do other podcasts and stuff on YouTube. Sometimes I appear on other people's channels, and I had somebody one time, we were like watching one back and I was like, "Oh, you know, I made a mistake about this thing." And he goes, No, that's good. That's good. They'll correct you in the comments. They can't resist. They'll correct you in the comments. I'm like, fuck, okay. And it's kind of like seedy and like weird. And like, I think everybody that makes content does stuff similar to that to some extent.
Yeah. Similar to, what do you mean?
Oh, like misleading headlines, or like they'll just like put something really crazy in the first 3 seconds and it's out of context. And then they're like, "Watch this whole 3-minute video to see that where that clip appears."
Yeah.
And then it's like not a dramatic thing at all. It's just like chopped and out of context. Like seedy underbelly shit like that that's just designed to bait you into engaging with something so that it can be monetized sucks. Things that have actual artistic, original quality, like merit, value, and that are being monetized, perfectly okay. That's great. Do that. And if you want to sprinkle in a little bit of like, I'm going to put like a buzzword in my title because that's going to get more people to click on it, I think that's fine. As long as you're not like just blatantly misleading people or like...
Yeah.
I
mean, and really, it's, I was going to say, if you remember those websites where it would be a bunch of pictures, but it would be like, they were like top 10 something, or like, you won't believe what this celebrity did. And you just end up clicking through so many pages of nothing before they ever get to the point. And it's just ad revenue.
It's anytime you try and find a recipe online and I'm like, "How long do I cook sausages in the oven for?" And it's like, "Ever since I was a little girl, the smell of cooking sausages has always enlightened me," and blah, blah, blah. And
like, why is there a character quota?
400 degrees for 25 minutes. There you go. You're welcome. Like, just fucking come on.
Yeah, and so I feel like I don't know how you get, like, it's funny because I know with like tutorials like that, if you go and you find like a YouTube video, like I think just recently I was looking up a video for how to properly cut an orange, how to properly open an orange, and the video is a minute long, and all the comments are like,
"This is the only true way to cut open an orange. If you do it any other way, you're fucking wrong.
It's a good method.
It won't taste as good."
Hey, it was a good method. I will swear by it. I'll swear by it.
Is it like a zero waste, save every part of the orange?
You cut the middle, you slice all the way through the middle, all the way around.
What is the middle? It's a sphere, dude. What do you, where? You find like a middle point anywhere on it?
I'm saying we have an orange.
Where's the stem?
This is the circular
Where's
orange.
The butt?
Listen to me.
Okay.
This is the circular orange.
Stem up, butt up? What are we?
We're going to the middle of the orange, right here in the middle. You see? This is the middle.
Yeah.
So it's like you got a whole orange, and then in the center, you put the knife.
Oh, you're talking about the core. I thought you were talking about slicing. You're talking about stabbing the orange.
Yeah, don't go all the way through. And then you just go all the way around. You don't slice, you just go through the edge.
Where is the stem and where's the butt in this situation? Are they on top and bottom?
Oh,
and you're
good
stabbing
question.
The side,
no, that's a good question. The stems are not on the side. They're on the top and the bottom.
There's no top. Okay. Where's the top of the earth?
You said the stems. So if we're talking at the top and the bottom, I'm assuming you mean up and down rather than left and right. You're speaking vertically. So I'm saying if I'm putting my knife in the center, then the top and bottom, it's above and below. The stem is.
Can we hire someone to animate this part of the podcast? I just want to see that like crudely drawn animation of like, you stick the knife and then you turn.
Oh, but wait, I wasn't done. So you stick the knife
there's more.
And then you go all the way around, and then now that you have that, you just peel off the skin on both sides. And so you've peeled the entire orange. And then now you can cut through the orange properly. But you need to peel off all that skin in an easy way like that first.
Are you slicing with the natural like separations in the orange or perpendicular to them?
With.
I see. So
no, perpendicular. Because again, the root is below.
Yeah, okay. Now I understand what you're saying.
I think.
The correct way to slice an orange.
Listen, I am the exact type of guy that needs a YouTube video for that. So don't go wasting my time. All right. I remember one time I was with my friend, James Najjar, and we were looking up, he was looking up how to pour a bowl of cereal on YouTube. And there are tutorials.
James.
I don't think he,
Please.
I don't think he was looking it up to learn. I think it was for novelty, but sometimes you don't know. So maybe I don't know, but that is what he looked up. We looked up a couple of other things.
You can find tutorial videos for anything.
That was the fun part. I think it was how to crack an egg. That was another one.
Thanks for coming back to the channel, and it's just like his hands.
Yeah,
it's top down. This is a tutorial on how to breathe. This could be a little tricky. I forgot for a while, so I had to teach myself again. So if I teach you too, make sure you follow and subscribe right now if you're not already. What you want to do is you're going to want to actually just like this, and it should sound like this into your lungs. And then you can hold it if you want. Not a lot of people know this. You can hold it and then you can let it out.
And then the top comment would be like instructions on clear breathing from my ass,
Top comments. He said something intentionally wrong in the video. The top comments like,
that's a good idea though. And like you could like
you mispronounced trachea.
Yeah. Gotta use your trachea. Gotta trachea it up. Run the trachea if you know what I mean.
Trachea?
Trachea. Ooh, trachea. Trachea. I would say, I'm trying to think of another fun. Oh, okay. How to read a book. That would be a fun tutorial. Because, I mean, okay. Listen, guys. I just figured out this thing. It's crazy. I'm surrounded by these books all the time. But I picked one up lately, and I opened one up. And here's the thing. When you open it, there's words on the page, and you actually have to process the information. So what you're going to do...
Oh, those are... What?
They're words. Yeah. They're words. So
they mean things?
Yes. And when you combine them, they mean even more. This is what I'm getting to, is when you're looking at the page, so it's like a whole block of words, right? It's a lot. You can't just look at it all at once. What you got to do is pick a spot in the upper left where the words start and go left to right, line by line. And eventually...
But then you run out of paper.
No. When you get to the right, you go down. When you get to the right, down,
back
left.
Across,
yes.
Like a snake.
Remember typewriters?
Oh, you go all the way back, and then you start from the next.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's what I think that's what this content needs is like someone learning. Like rather than me just talking to a camera, you need a second person who's like, wait. So what you're saying is,
it's like those radio ads that you hear that are two people talking. They're like, hey, I just found out that I can get $500 right now from Cash Now app.
You gotta be
kidding.
What
do you mean? You mean you can get $500 right now? Yep, that's what I said. $500 right now on the Cash Now app. No way. I'm sure there's a lot of ads and stuff. There's no ads at all. Do I have to set up an account? Yes, you have to set up an account. The password has to have certain specifications.
First, you have to download this laundry app.
Fucking kill me with the laundry app.
Yeah. I'm old enough like in my soul to where I get annoyed if a restaurant expects me to scan a QR code. Okay, that's where I'm at. I don't like that you're involving my phone in any of this. I just don't like that. Because since when do I have to have a smartphone to exist?
Yeah.
What if I don't have that? So, like, to me, that's just crazy. Like, I feel like...
You kind of have to have a smartphone to exist now. Like,
yeah, and it's a social thing we've accepted. Like, that's normal? I don't think that's normal.
That's crazy.
I think I should be able to walk into a restaurant without my phone, and then you can if you can give me the QR code, but if I then say, oh, no, can I have a physical menu?
Have you seen the video of like the old British dude trying to buy strawberries with cash, and it's like a cashless store?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's great.
Sounds like something I would enjoy.
Old man, and he's just like, I have come here to purchase these strawberries, and then he's like, there goes 19 pence. I've put 19 pence on the table, and I'm taking my strawberries, and I'm leaving. And they're like, sir, you can't do it. It's a cashless store, sir. You pay with your palm. You like walk in, you scan your palm, and that's how you pay. And we just know what you take, and that's. And he's like, this is money. It's legal tender.
I was with one of my friends, and he was visiting the city, and we went to a restaurant, you would say, but it's like, you know, it's a Mexican place. You just kind of walk in and out of there, whatever, that type of thing. And so
was it not a restaurant?
It is.
It's just a Mexican place. There's food there. Don't ask any questions. I walk in. It's just a family.
I don't want to paint the image of this being like a
Abuela's
big...
like making me a plate. She's like...
It's like when you have like that little Mexican joint in your neighborhood. It's like you just kind of walk in. The tacos are $3, and like they have all the basics. It's like that kind of place, right? So we go into there, and he gets the we get what we're gonna get, but then he wants to spend $100 bill. They say we don't take $100 bills here, and he was so upset about that for the next like 2 hours. Like, that's legal tender. Like, why did they not take U.S. legal tender? And I couldn't help but feel for him, because he's right, but also I get it. Like, they're in downtown Chicago and they're thinking we don't want to carry hundreds because anything can happen. That's why they did that. I would assume that's the reason, and it's not because of like some cashless thing. It's literally because they don't want to be carrying hundreds if some guy decides to act on the fact that they're carrying hundreds. But that's also a slippery slope in how you get to cashless, which cashless to me is like, so you got to warn me right away, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to order my coffee and finish shopping and then realize you're cashless. You got to like put that on the outside or something. And then, like, I also hate how places will charge you random fees without you knowing, and it's like there'll be like a credit card fee last minute. It's like, oh, well, I just would have brought cash if I knew there was a credit card fee. But so sometimes they'll punish you for having the card, so you actually want to have cash, because the card is actually what gets the fee, because they want cash flow. And then cash flow becomes... And I don't understand this argument that I'll hear from businesses. They'll say, "Oh, we don't have enough cash flow." Like, they'll use that as an excuse to go cashless. But it's like, don't you go to the bank? Isn't that what you do as a business? You run out of cash flow and you go to the bank and you convert the digital currency to paper. That's what you do. The bank never runs out. You never go to the bank and they're like, "Oh, we don't have cash." So where is this no cash flow?
I used to work in a restaurant. I used to do like cash runs to the bank all the time, like beginning of the day, end of the day. Go like get change
all the time.
Whatever.
Yeah. If you're at a restaurant that's like moving, because you don't want to have too much all at once, because that becomes the problem. And they make so much. Like, a good restaurant, you could make tens of thousands in a day, like that much. It stacks up, I have to imagine, because just in volume, just in the amount of volume alone. In volume, a lot of people at restaurants doing drugs. A lot of drug users in the restaurant world. A lot of Valium. But you know what? You got to respect that. It's like good music. It's like, you can't be upset about people using drugs if you enjoy good food. You can't be upset about people using drugs if you enjoy good music. Drugs are just involved in these things. You can't stop it. You can't change it. You like going to that Italian restaurant? Well, you like it because your waitress is a stoner. Like, That's why she has this delicate attitude all the time, because she has managed to find a way to deal with this.
Okay, there we go. That's how it played out. I was like, what did she have to do with the food? And you're like, the atmosphere. She's stoned. She's chill.
You've never I don't know if you've worked in the restaurant industry much, but I'm telling you, it is it's actually kind of mind blowing to me how much drug use is prevalent.
Oh, dude.
I never would have thought
line
that.
cook ever has Coke. They just all do.
Yeah.
I think it's a requirement of the job. They asked them when they started, and they were like, and you have Coke? And they're like, no. And they're like, no, we're cool. And they're like, okay, yeah, then I have Coke.
In that case, take your shoes off.
Cool. Can you go just start chopping cilantro and just prepping vegetables for the lunch rush?
Yeah. We got a lot of kids coming in.
I don't know. That's like a crazy stressful job. Being like a cook in like a really busy restaurant. You're just constantly getting tickets, and
it's all you ever get.
Yeah. It's a lot.
You think you could do it?
I have. I worked in a restaurant in college and was did literally every job in that restaurant. I think I talked about it the last time I was on. But that really stuck with me because that was a crazy stressful environment where it's okay, you really need to just do things one after another because there were people literally standing there waiting for their food. Okay, I got this one, I get that. I need fucking ranch. Give me that. Putting things together, getting them out, keeping people happy. I did front of house, back of house, all kinds of stuff. Started as the delivery driver. Eventually was not a manager, but had all of the same authority and responsibilities of a manager, which was weird. I don't know. It was a whole thing.
Semi-manager. What is that thing that Dwight wanted to be? Assistant manager?
Assistant to the regional
Assistant to the regional manager. Yeah, that's kind of what you were. You could say that, right? Assistant to regional manager.
Yeah,
that
man, I was making minimum wage and tips, though. The tips were good. And in college, that was enough. That was fun.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate that job then?
Oh, dude, that job was great in all kinds of ways. The owner was just a crazy, funny dude from South Philly, and we got free food all the time. Not that he knew about. We just everybody ate in that kitchen. And also,
the other thing in the restaurant industry, a lot of free food.
All the people were incredibly cool to work with. The food was the food that the restaurant made was also really good. And it was just kind of a cheap, fast casual place, not fast food, but also not a sit down service. There weren't waiters.
That's what I was trying to say before. Fast casual.
Yeah.
There you go.
They had a dining room area, but there were no waiters. It was you walk up and order.
Yes.
And then they also did deliveries, and I was a delivery driver. And it was before Grubhub and Uber Eats and all that stuff. So it was just actually people from the restaurant taking the food in their own cars.
What kind of food is it?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks, hoagies, sandwiches, and then a whole assortment of other side dishes and cold subs and all kinds of stuff. It was great. Frankie's Cheesesteaks, Tucson, Arizona. Go check it out if you're in town. It's phenomenal.
Oh, man. Must have been hard to say goodbye to all those cheesesteaks.
It was hard, but then I graduated from college and left.
Yeah, but it's a tough goodbye. I worked at a steakhouse, and I will never, ever forget eating so much free steak. Oh, so much free steak. And I mean, that was the only place I worked where, mashed potatoes were a side that I would get to eat sometimes, comfort food for work. Oh, I worked at a Mexican restaurant once. That was really nice because I love Mexican food. And currently I work at Giordano's, and honestly, I'm pretty burnt out on pizza. And I never thought I would get there. Never thought that would happen to me. I could be that person, but
I still have not had a deep dish in Chicago since I've moved here. I've lived here for 4, almost 5 years now.
I mean, you should do it at least once. Unless you have a big thing against cheese.
No, dude, I love deep dish pizza. It's just I know it's not the real Chicago pizza, so I'm always getting the tavern style. And also I don't like to wait. I don't want my pizza to be a project that's going to take an extended period of time.
Now, you're right there. But what I would say is, my theory is that it's not that people in Chicago don't claim deep dish pizza or don't like deep dish pizza. It's that they don't eat it often. It's an occasion for them. And so this idea that Chicago deep dish, it's all that they like in Chicago, or that becomes the stereotype, that is rejected because It's really like they save it for special occasions.
See, now, but I feel like motherfuckers in Philly are eating cheesesteaks weekly. They're like, that's our food. I know people in Buffalo are eating wings all the fucking time.
Okay, but like it'd be like
I know I do. Every time I'm in town, find me at Duff's.
You're not wrong. But that's like saying like if your top food was like ice cream sandwiches, you can't then eat ice cream sandwiches every day.
Hell yeah, I can.
But not without consequence.
Alberta,
you can physically.
The home of the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, it's got to be one, right?
Some place in
I'm
Canada,
assuming Alaska. My brain just goes Alaska for some reason. Maybe Canada's got to claim it though. Yeah. It's just so cold. I'm thinking, where would you want it all the time? And I just instantly go like cold on a mountain, on an icy mountain. Every day I'm eating a fucking ice cream sandwich.
No, I feel like you want ice cream sandwich if you're like in the middle of the desert, somewhere hot.
I feel like you'd get tired of it. It would melt too fast. I mean, you go to eat it, and by the time you're halfway through, it's already melting in your hand.
All right, we're going to stop talking about food. I'm too hungry to like sit here and talk about food.
You messaged me beforehand, you want snacks, and I texted you back too late, it seems.
Yeah, because I was like, should I go buy snacks? Then I was like,
now I'm torturing you. But I will say that
I like to put together a charcuterie board or two. I've been hosting these writers' rooms at my apartment.
I'm ignorant. I don't even know what charcuterie means. What is that?
A charcuterie board?
Yeah.
It's like just, those plates of like meats and cheeses and like olives and shit.
Yeah.
Just an assortment.
I love that.
Accoutrement and...
But you would sort it yourself?
Yeah, dude. Just go and I get some meats.
Oh, dude, I like that a lot.
Get some meats, get some cheeses, get some crackers, get some jellies and jams.
See, you're the type of person that should be putting together parties, because I
love to cook.
Nice touch.
Oh my God, love cooking. We're gonna have a party again soon. I haven't had a house party in like a very long time, and it was fun, but too many people came, and it was very hot. And like,
that was the main issue?
It was like, could not like cool down the apartment enough. It was in the summer too, and it was at night, but it was like still hot outside, and there were like, I don't know, like 60 people in my 1-bedroom apartment. So like, it got warm. Yeah.
20 of them were in the inflatable hot tub. That's because it'd be perfect for parties. It would be perfect for parties.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like one of the better party problems to have, though. Because like, if you ever hear someone say like, I threw my own party, like I threw my own house party and too many people showed up, like you're expecting that to go a lot of places. So just too hot.
No, but that's stressful for me, because then I feel like if I'm hosting a party, I need to provide the experience. And if there's too many people there and it's crowded and cramped and hot, they're not having a good time. I need to make sure they're having a good time.
Yeah. So
I put together a charcuterie board. Yeah, you got to go get the meats. You got to get the capicola. You got to get the salami. You got to get, I don't know, mortadella. Get anything you want.
How about the cheeses?
Sopressata. Yeah, get some cheeses too.
And then
get some sharp cheddar, some Parmesan. I'll get a soft cheese too. I'll put some brie in the middle, some craisins.
Yeah.
Dried apricots. Fig jam.
Oh man.
Whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. Pickled onion, anything on that board. Olives. Good charcuterie board, change your life. Definitely gets the writer's room going. It gets the people talking. It gets them thinking.
I would love that. I can't even explain to you how much joy I would feel if I walked into any occasion.
We should let's make a charcuterie board together. Let's go. We'll go to the grocer. We'll go to like a good Italian grocer.
Yeah.
We'll get the meats and the cheeses. We'll make.
Yeah, you can show me how, like, to do it right. Because I think I could do it, but I don't think I would be good at like the execution. Like I would be good at the ideation process on that, and like maybe like I just feel like I wouldn't be good at. There's probably like a certain swagger to this that I just don't know yet, and you're gonna have to show me the way. You show me the ropes.
Fine touch, man. It's about the mosaic that you're building, the assortment of flavors.
Right.
They have to complement one another well.
See, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like I would screw that up. I've learned I'm not even that good of a cook, and that's
what is your just right now top 5 things going on your charcuterie board right now, and I'll tell you.
I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself. Recipe. All right. So, like, what is the rules for a charcuterie board?
There's no rules. Whatever you want.
Anything can go on here?
Anything in the grocery store that you want to put on your charcuterie board.
Okay, so crackers.
What kind of crackers?
Fuck, dude. See, I'm not well versed in this kind of thing. My brain goes like Minute Maid, or not Minute Maid. See, fuck.
Minute Maid crackers.
This is embarrassing.
Those juice crackers.
Triscuit, I'm thinking, but don't.
Okay, Triscuit.
But I don't actually want Triscuit because I feel
regular like OG Triscuit. We got a flavor on that motherfucker.
No, but I don't want Triscuit though. I want the Ritz crackers.
Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
Okay, again, flavored, non-flavored,
non-flavored, just regular
buttery Ritz crackers. Solid choice. Okay, what's next?
Oh, this is tough.
Let's get a meat in the mix. What kind of meat?
I'm gonna have to follow your lead. You started saying some fancy meat names, and the first one you said sounded really familiar to me.
Capicola?
No, it was before that.
I don't know. Sopressata, salami, mortadella.
I feel like I would just go with all the ones you're saying, like
prosciutto.
Prosciutto, I think, is the one.
All right, prosciutto. We got Ritz crackers and prosciutto. We're off to a really good start.
Thank you. All right, and
cheese.
then
What kind of cheese?
Gonna go from like some extra sharp aged cheddar cheese. Extra
Solid
sharp
choice.
aged cheddar cheese. Like I want, if we can, Wisconsin 10-year-old cheese.
Wisconsin 10-year-old sharp cheddar cheese.
This is like, that's shooting high.
All right, you got 2 more spots on your roster here, and now you can either go. You could go another meat. You could go another cheese.
Green olive.
Go green olive. There we go. We had it. A little accoutrement, a little something on there.
That was, yeah.
All right, so we got savory and fatty and umami and good stuff, and we got some sour and some salty from the olive. Let's get some sweet in there. What do you got? Maybe like a dried fruit or a jelly or a jam or...
My brain just goes strawberry, and I don't know why.
Strawberry.
Dried strawberry.
Dried strawberries.
Yeah.
Like freeze-dried strawberries?
Well, not freeze dry.
Like Special K, like strawberry flakes? Like, what are we... No, is that what you want?
It's where my brain went. But you know what? Actually, no.
The olives.
I want to go back.
And the 10-year Wisconsin cheese.
I want to go back.
This assortment right now in my mind is just screaming like, the fuck were you...
This is what I was worried about.
Anything that was in your pantry.
This is what I was worried about right here.
Okay, yeah, you had me in the beginning. You had me. The Ritz cracker is like pretty vanilla, but it's good. It's a solid base. It's a good choice. The prosciutto, 5-star. Knock it out of the park.
Thank
Great.
you. All right.
The 10-year Wisconsin cheddar, also a great choice. A little strange with the prosciutto. It reads a little like ham and cheese Lunchable, but still solid. Let's see where you go with it. Green olive, solid choice. Also going well, kind of dealing with maybe like a little American deli kind of flavor. But then the freeze-dried strawberry. Now we're all over the map. We've lost all trajectory.
I was gonna switch it to banana slices, and I don't know if that's better or worse.
Do this. Let's go. Keep the Ritz cracker. Keep the prosciutto. The Wisconsin aged cheddar. Maybe do like a soft white cheese, like a brie.
You think so?
Something like that. Yeah. And then strawberry jam. Yeah, you can keep that. That works with the prosciutto and the soft white cheese on the Ritz cracker. And then the olive is the only outlier there. I'd switch out the olive for like a... Man. I'm going to go another cheese. I think I want...
Oh, yeah, right. Do that.
Yeah, let's bring that... We'll bring the Wisconsin 10-year sharp cheddar back. Throw that in the mix.
Double the cheese. Take out the olive. Then you could throw in strawberry jam. See, my problem is like...
Now we don't have a salty. We don't have maybe a pretzels. Maybe throw some pretzels on there.
Instead of the Ritz cracker?
No, with the Ritz cracker. Pretzels could be like kind of a... I can't do nuts because I'm allergic to nuts, so I can't have that on the board, but...
That's okay. Limitations breed creativity.
Maybe honey roasted peanuts. Peanuts are good.
But you can't have nuts, but you can't have peanuts?
Peanuts are not nuts. They're legumes. They grow in the ground. Nuts grow on trees.
So you can have a nut you can crack open, but you can have a peanut.
Yeah. Peanuts grow in the ground. All other nuts, walnuts, pistachios, pecans, all that shit grows on trees. That's what I'm allergic to.
Really?
Which sucks, because my allergies didn't develop until I was like 8. Before that, I used to eat Nutella all the fucking time. And Nutella, I recall, is amazing.
It makes one wonder, like, if you could
made
reach
with
your allergy
hazelnuts,
faster.
so.
Like, if you just overdid it on Nutella.
I had too much Nutella, and it was just like, no more tree nuts.
Your
no
body
more tree nuts.
turned
My
on
body
you.
just shut down, was like, no more. We'll kill you now if you eat one.
Yeah, like, that makes me wonder, how does it decide? How does your body figure out when to just flip like that? And why? I'm always worried I'm going to discover a late life allergy. That's a
it is
constant
terrifying.
fear of
like,
mine.
I mean, that's how we found out. Is like I was eating ice cream or something, and I had to be like, like 8 or 9. And we got home from like the ice cream place, and I was like swelling up, and my mom was like, "Holy shit!" Took me to the hospital. I didn't even order like ice cream that had nuts in it. We found out that like my sister ordered like pralines and cream, and then I got like vanilla, and the dude used the same scoop. And one of the praline pieces, whatever, like must have been on it and got in my ice cream because I remember like chewing something crunchy, and I just thought it was like ice. It was a nut. Started like breaking out. Could have died.
You never want a surprise nut.
Never want a surprise nut. Surprise nut can ruin a lot of things. It could even kill you.
Yeah.
If you're allergic to a surprise nut. I happen to be allergic and repulsed by a surprise nut. I don't want...
There's levels to allergies too, because like some people are like lightly allergic and some people are extremely allergic. Yeah. And so like with animal allergies, for everyone who's ever been on this podcast, you're immediately greeted by 2 creatures when you walk through the door. So like
3 with you,
including me 3. And so no, I'm the creature that lures them in actually. And
the siren you're recruiting.
Yeah. And so when they see the animals, if they have an allergy, they usually tell me right away. And it's always funny, like if I look at it like an allergy, it's interesting how people have different like time frames. Like sometimes, one time someone told me, it was Eliza Bent, and I want to say it was episode like 126 or something. It was around then. And she said, she walked in, she saw the cat, she said, "All right, I've got 30 to 45 minutes." So I said, "All right, let's go." But it was because of the cat. That was why. Like she knew
the same way.
She was a ticking time bomb, and she could even tell me how long it was going to take.
Dude, I'm like that with cats too.
Yeah, you told me when you got here you took your allergy medication.
So that's like different. What I'm talking about, like food allergies, are like you go like anaphylactic, which is where your body's just like, I don't know how to process this thing that you've put inside of me. So I'm just gonna make you swell.
Yeah.
And your whole body just starts swelling up, and then your throat closes, and you just suffocate, like you die. If you don't get a shot of epinephrine or like adrenaline.
From my understanding, it's like the same exact thing as if you were to be poisoned. Like, isn't that kind of the same exact thing?
Except it's like, imagine you go to a restaurant and you have to like ask the waiter, like, "Hey, is there poison in this?" Yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, that one does have arsenic in it.
Yeah.
This one has a light arsenic dusting on it. Let me check with the chef. Oh yeah, it turns out there's arsenic in the sauce. So you can't have that either." It's like, all the time. The shitty thing with a nut allergy too is that like every fancy restaurant like loves to just fucking throw cashews in something for no good reason.
Yeah. Well, I'm a nut lover, so I gotta say there is good reason. But I wouldn't know. You're biased.
I don't know what any of these things even taste like. That's like the great irony. I remember what Nutella tastes like, but I don't remember. Like I've never had pistachios or like pecans.
So okay. If it makes you feel any better, I don't think I really like it.
Do they taste different? Do nuts all taste like, do they have a distinctly different taste?
Yeah, but nuts aren't all that great. Like what's nice about a nut is it's like a protein-filled snack. Like that's why I like nuts.
That's why I like peanuts. Like they're not truly nuts.
They're not truly nuts. And the thing is, I think even if you had real nuts, you're not missing out on nuts is what I'm trying to tell you. Like I really don't think.
Good to know.
And I'm not saying that. Or are you
just letting me down easy? Are nuts actually like fucking dude? A pecan pie will make you cum your pants.
That would be the right thing to do, right? Would be
to
for me
let me down easy to be like, it's not that great. Don't worry about it. Pistachio ice cream is like fine.
You can't see the color red. I'm like, oh, red's not that good.
That is like kind of how I feel like. You're colorblind. Yeah. It's not that cool. Don't worry about it.
You don't need to see it, dude. It's actually nothing.
It doesn't make Darth Vader's lightsaber look any cooler. Than,
it's kind of a lie. Yeah, I gotta admit, because it depends on how you look at it. Like, I really like pistachio ice cream. But that's because I think it's because my dad liked pistachio ice cream, and it was like I could take that from the freezer when I was a kid.
What
and I was
does
like,
the flavor of pistachio taste like to a person that has never tasted a pistachio? I feel like it is like you're trying to describe to me a color that I haven't seen.
Well, I'm also an idiot when it comes to this stuff because it's like what I was saying with like food pairings and like when I see people do wine tasting, I'm like, how the fuck?
That too. I'm with you on that. I'm like, how the fuck?
Where are you coming up with this? Like you're doing an improv game right now.
You see the legs running down the glasses, the good tannins in this one.
Yeah.
I'm getting an earthy, almost shit-like aroma.
Feces.
Blackberry and a cold winter day.
And like I can sort of understand. I have a book around here that was wine tasting for dummies. Because I wanted to understand
a lot of books, man.
Yeah.
A lot of books. You guys can't see this. They're just towering.
Hoarder adjacent. There's books in those drawers there too. You know, I kind of feel like I have to just start giving them away or else it's going to get worse because I just can't stop myself. You know, this place is going to fill up with books. It's like I'm building a library.
Meaningful books too, man. My place is all like mostly like comic trades and a few books that I have left over from like law school and college.
I mean, the thing is, I just think that I think of it like books. For one, I've had like a recent discovery of the importance of books within the last couple years of my life because it made me. I read like one book and it made me realize like, oh, because I think school made me kind of burnt out on books because I never really wanted to read what they were telling me to read. Like I thought it was maybe interesting, but it's not like I want to read it in the way they're telling me to do it and then get tested on it and all this. So I would always just go to whatever that website was, cliffnotes.com or something.
SparkNotes,
SparkNotes, I think, is the one. And I did not read anything. I swear to you, I read nothing in high school, and I still passed.
I read most of them.
But the thing is,
I Cliff Notes Tale of Two Cities. I'm sorry, I don't care. I read
no
everything
shame in
else.
that.
I read fucking oh my god, what was it? Jane Eyre, dude. Jane Eyre killed me. I was like, this sucks.
Your books suck more than mine. My books were relatively good compared to the books you just said. I actually feel kind of blessed. Like we had To Kill a Mockingbird.
Loved To Kill a Mockingbird.
It's a great book.
Great book.
Also,
great movie too, dude. Gregory Peck.
A couple Shakespeare plays. Yeah, that is a great movie. We got to watch the movie at the end of the thing, and that was awesome.
Dude, that's the best. In English class, when you get to like watch the movie after that's the reward for reading the book.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That's not even like nothing compares to the movie day at school. Like to me, that's like being in heaven. That's like my best dreams.
Especially
if
are
like you're supposed to be in class,
teacher.
you're supposed to be in like learning, and you get to watch a fucking movie. That's probably where part of my love for movies began.
That's like the better like class movie though. That's the earned movie. It's not like the one that's like. I mean, I guess it's part of the syllabus. It's not
like
one
Substitute Day.
Substitute Day movie is exactly what my mind was going to, where they're like, your biology teacher isn't here, so here's an episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy, which. Don't get me wrong, slaps. That's great. Also, if you're like my age, which probably you didn't have, we had like the AV cart with like the, the big like the fucking glass screen TV. That
I was just about to mention
and,
how
the VHS player.
Right around the end.
VCR.
Yeah. Okay, so it was like a rolling. What he's talking about is like a rolling cart of cinema, right? So. Yeah.
It was a tower, and if you saw it coming down the hallway, you were like, "Ooh, please be my room. Please be going into that room."
Yeah. And when they turn that thing on,
turn left.
It turns on, the screen lights up, and that next hour is going to be phenomenal. Yes, those were the days, and I do remember those days because I was just about to say I was on the cusp of like. Right before all the rooms in my school started to have projectors. Like it was crazy when they had a projector in the room projecting onto a screen and you could write on it and you could do all this stuff. That was crazy because before that, it was like they would either have like a projector, like one that's like, and you put sheets of transparent paper on. And
the overhead projector.
An overhead projector.
Those were sick too.
That's where it all starts.
Now it's obsolete, completely obsolete. The remember like the transparent like sheets that you'd put on it. You use like expo markers, like dry erase markers.
I think is still kind of better in that. Like you can't really replicate that, or at least they don't try with like a regular projector.
High school, I think like the year that I was graduating, like my senior year, they installed these like touch screen projector screens in the school. So it was like a projector projecting onto a screen, but it was a touch screen. And so you could like touch on the screen and it would like register it on the computer. And
yeah, that's how ours was.
Yeah.
But you would touch the screen itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was...
Instead of it being a TV, it was like just like a, a blank white square.
There's got to be a thing they call those. I wonder what they call, because it's like, it must have been a technology that got shipped to a bunch of schools, because you're describing the exact same thing. But also now
obsolete. This is the same thing we were talking about with cameras.
What do they do now?
Now, dude, like the fucking advances in technology are so crazy that it's just like everything's just the new thing. Now I think they're literally just like touch screens that are the size of like a projector.
Everybody look at your desk. The screen is on your desk. Yeah. I mean, and that can only keep going that way. See, what I was going to say, though, is there's a loss, like, in that wheeling the thing in the room and all of that. Like, all that is lost when the screen's always there and you're always watching your teacher pull up a YouTube video and all. Like, now it's normal.
I hope teachers are pulling up YouTube videos. They're like, we're going to learn about Napoleon. I found this video.
I remember I had a teacher. His name was...
Skip through the ads
I think quick. I can say this because he doesn't work there anymore, so he's free of all any liabilities. His name was Mr. Pike, I want to say. Sports Freak High School, Mr. Pike. And that guy was awesome because his class wasn't even really like the class. Like, you would do a little bit to like call it a class, but almost all of it was him just pulling up a Kevin Costner movie. And everybody... Like, today, guys, we're watching Stop and Frisk videos on YouTube. And it'd be like, you're going to learn about Stop and Frisk today.
That's such a good bit to be like a teacher and just keep finding excuses to use every film in the filmography of one actor.
Yeah, there's always be another
I think it's just something way off the wall.
Yeah, and it's like an American history class. All right, guys, this movie is a very important part of American history. In this one, he almost wins a landslide election. So in this one, you guys are going to understand how elections work, what landslides are like. That's an easy one if you're in a history class. All right, this movie's called Dancing with Wolves. Now, obviously, we're very close to the Native Americans. Our history was. It's like a fun...
It's all just Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah. You know what's fun is the pairings, because you could pick a different actor and you could pick a different class, and somehow you're always going to have to justify. Like, why would you show this movie? I mean, I was going to say earlier, too, when I was in a psychology class, there's a lot of easy movies to show in a class like that because psychology is an easy one. I mean, you say, like, all right, guys, this is some crazy thing that can happen to your brain.
Psychology,
yeah,
pretty much.
A Beautiful Mind, I think I saw in psychology class.
Be like, today we're watching Inside Out.
Yeah, you could. Today we're watching Coco. It's about the processing of death. That's what we're going to learn about today.
Any Pixar movie. Yes. The class is just Pixar movies. The final exam is like, what did Maynard mean when he said to Lightning McQueen?
And there's a lot you can learn about that. Think about it. Mater is better at driving backwards than forwards.
But he makes a sound. He has to beep, beep, beep every time he moves backwards. What does that say about his character? It's like when you were reading books in high school and you had the teacher being like, and the color of the curtains was red. So what does that signify? Like, I don't know, bad taste.
Yeah. I think it's funny because...
Gaudy decorating.
I think I just feel like the way that you study art and literature is kind of weird it's kind of, I feel like it's why I discovered books in the sense that I did, because I think when you engage with the material and you're actually interested in it, then it becomes much deeper than asking a question like, why were the curtains red and this and that. But I think the way that you're I think you're taught to memorize books and you're taught to memorize information and not so much analyze it in class, and at least in elementary and middle school and high school. And that was maybe it's just because I hated having them tell me what to read so much that I made that up. But also I'll say that when I was in a poetry class, it drove me insane because I remember the teacher was an English teacher who was teaching a poetry class. And so when I was in this class, I had already begun writing poetry and music because I had started doing that at 2013. So this would be 2015 if I'm right. 2014 to 2015. And I remember there's stuff I wrote for this class I think is still perfect to this day, so good. And the whole thing she would do was she would say write this thing, and she would give you a writing prompt, which I think is good. And then you would have to revise your poetry. You'd have to give it to somebody else and have them fix it and then give it back to you, and you have to make revisions. And to me, it's I'm not doing that, and you
just
ain't no way I'm doing that.
No.
So I just got a bad grade in that class. Yeah, I wrote it to be perfect, is what I'm thinking. I wrote it to be exactly what it is. Like, this is like. And I think that's a bad thing to tell people that are making poetry, to tell them that it should be graded like an English paper.
Yeah.
And it's dependent on what this fucking person thinks. Like, it doesn't matter what that person specifically says
like
about your poem.
A teacher that does not understand the lesson that they are trying to teach, which is like...
Because she was an English teacher. Like, to me, it made perfect sense. Like, oh, you're just an English teacher trying to teach poetry.
Unless it was like, write a haiku and you had the wrong number of syllables. It's like, come on, there's no real rules to poetry. There's
no real rules, exactly. And it should be the creativity that's embraced. And honestly...
It makes sense. Correct somebody's like spelling, grammar, use of commas and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. And so I failed. I remember I got a bad grade in that class, and I just figured like that was like my artistic protest to what she was teaching. And I'll never forget it, because it made me think too, like maybe people really think about... I was a GoPro. But
I'm a GoPro.
I just feel like it was a lesson to me that people actually do kind of look at poetry like any other literature, and they think of it that way in a literal sense. And I think poetry is not supposed to be viewed like that. And then, like, a lot of books aren't meant to be viewed like that. Like, great books, you can't look at them too literally, because that kind of takes away from their function. Like, I remember reading Animal Farm in school, and I think that book is kind of written so kids can understand, but still, it's not like a book you should be literally analyzing 100%. It's all kind of a metaphor.
They weren't really animals?
Exactly. Well, I just mean like...
They weren't anthropomorphized pigs and cows and
I
shit?
feel like even saying it's a direct allegory, and then like saying everything means this, like if you were to watch a YouTube video where it's like Animal Farm explained, it's going to break it all down. I don't know if it's entirely meant to even be broken down in that way, because it's kind of a statement on its own that you can interpret different things from, and that's why it's written the way it's written.
Yeah,
it's like all of these things.
Pretty clearly like a commentary on like the rise of fascism.
You're talking about something in particular, but I mean, I think what's so well done about it is there's so many
things that you can interpret. Yeah. I think like general overall arching themes are things that like people generally agree on, and like.
And
also,
I mean, like I think people get too much into the
comments about the book.
He did
at certain points.
Well, and what's interesting is that what I'm saying is like I think that you could have both sides look at that same book, and they're still going to come to like the same conclusion. Like both sides on the opposite side of the same issue, but they'll both say, yeah, that's a good example of such and such. So it's like I think it paints a picture, like by not having all of these specific things being mentioned, and by having it just be a bunch of pigs, and you got this pig named this and this pig named this. The imagery in your brain is so different. And I think like people just want to over-explain things and get too much to like the bottom of everything, to the point where you lose that in art. You like, not everything has to be explained. Sometimes it's better to just have the story and just have like, you don't need the behind the scenes of the thing.
Right.
You don't need that. But I think everybody thinks they need that for every single thing all the time. Like I can't just know the thing. I got to know the entire story that leads up to the thing,
lore,
and why the thing exists, and the
backstory.
Yeah, and it's actually, it gets me, because I'll be like, oh, I watched this thing, I got to know everything about it. And then I feel like I kind of spoil the magic by learning about it. Like it's better if it's just a thing that I just saw and that's it. Like music. Sometimes music's just better to just hear a song and not know anything else. I don't need to know what this artist is like.
If I hear something and I like the song, or I remember the song but I have no idea what the title is, I'm always like, oh, Shazam. I want to like know what this song is.
Yeah. So... And I think it's weird because it's gotten into like movies too. I think it's hard to like have a cult movie unless you're this established director. It's very, very hard, and it becomes like a funding thing. But it's also just that I don't think you have the artistic audiences that you used to have that want to see something different. We all kind of do. Like what we'll tune into. It's like it becomes an advertising game. It becomes, how do I get you to even find out about my artsy movie?
Well, that's all of, film and TV is like marketing is really carrying the heavy weight when it comes to the actual returns. I mean, people will
it's like half the budget.
When it comes to like later sales there. I mean, like obviously box office is like just put something together that will get people in the door.
Yeah.
That's how you end up with a bunch of people going to see movies that end up being shitty, and then they're like, why did I, spend $50 all in for, 2 tickets and popcorn?
But I remember seeing Thor 4 with my mother, and she thought it was good. She thought the movie was good, And I thought Thor 4 was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
No,
and
I don't know about that.
Oh, man.
It's far better than Thor 2. Let's put it even within the realm of Thor movies, it's definitely not the worst one.
Now, you enjoyed Thor 4? What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Ooh, I actually rewatched it recently while I was building a desk. I had it on in the background.
I've only seen it once.
Thor 4.
I gotta hear this.
7.
Whoa! 7?
Yeah, it's got a lot of good parts.
Wow!
Christian Bale as Thor is really good. I like what they do with Tessa Thompson's character in the movie, even though she doesn't have that much to do. She's there as like good support. I think Taika Waititi just kind of like fell back on trying to recreate what they did with Ragnarok, and it doesn't work as well the second time.
Yeah.
The story with Jane and Thor, good. Like it's good for them to like wrap that up and to bring Natalie Portman back into the mix. And Natalie Portman did great in this movie, like stellar performance. Liked how they wrapped up her character. It was like true to the comics. All of that was handled really well. I feel like it was just like too many things happening all in the same movie, and the only part of the movie that I thought was like fun was like the Citadel place, the Olympia.
With Russell Crowe and all that.
Yeah, Russell Crowe, whatever they call that place, Omnipotent City. That's what it was.
I did like that part of the movie. I thought that was fun. Yeah,
that was cool. That was fun.
It was original.
Yeah, the thing with like the final battle with like all the kids and like Gore kidnapping all the kids, I thought was like just kind of like a weird and unnecessary like impetus for them to go after him. I thought they could have come up with like anything else, and it would have been like more. To me,
the entire purpose of that story arc is the end of it, where it gets to be a kid power. Look, all the kids can do it. Ending like that's to me the why it's the motive. The ends justify the means. It was like to me, it's that.
It was like for a kid audience. This one was definitely a bit more like. So they made Ragnarok like almost more adult. It was like we're gonna have more adult themes, right? Like Valkyrie's a drunk, and Thor gets his hair shaved, and he's in this place that's like,
which I like Ragnarok a lot. I liked
more like sexual jokes, like Thor being like the hammer pulled you off, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
and Ragnarok was a step towards a more adult Thor. And then Thor 4 was a step like hard back in the other direction. It was like, no, this is like Thor's for kids, but also has themes of like cancer and death and grief in it. It was just kind of all over the place in that regard. And then like, Christian Bale's great and totally underutilized in the movie where he is the main antagonist. He's like hardly in it.
Well, and that to me, so it's funny. I try to know as little as possible when I go to see movies. It's just something I pride myself on, because I think you see a trailer and you don't realize how much you remember. So I try to just avoid everything and just see it. And so that's what I did when I saw this movie. And I didn't even know Christian Bale was in the movie until the credits, which I thought was
really?
so funny. Yeah.
You didn't know that was Christian Bale?
No, I had no idea.
He's a great actor. I mean, he's a fucking phenomenal actor, right? Like that's.
But in retrospect,
he gives a great performance in it.
Yes, and you could have done like the thing is, people who were even fans of that arc in the comic book. I remember that being the conversation surrounding it at the time was like, oh, there's so much more potential to this character, and they kind of just one and done his whole arc right here. I mean, it's not like you can go back and return to it, because they just kind of did the whole thing, and there's not so much depth in the writing as much as there is in just the lore of the character itself.
It's not that long. I've read it. It's like I have like 4 trades that accomplish that. What am I trying to say? Encompass that like story, that arc with Gore, and it basically ends up being like Thor and a bunch of variants of himself, other Thors, older Thors, his like 3 daughters from another dimension, like a bunch of Thors, and Gore, instead of trying to get to eternity like it is in the movie, is trying to set off something called a God bomb that is going to like basically just be like the equivalent of like a Thanos snap, like would just like kill all gods in the universe and multiverse at the same time. So it's a whole bunch of Thors all teaming together to stop him. I take it they didn't want to do that with this movie because that had just been done with like Quantumania and other stuff, and they were having a bunch of other movies. It was the multiverse meet your own variant of yourself thing everywhere, right? The last Spider-Man movie was that, a ton of stuff. So they were like going to do something other than that. and they decided to have the mighty Thor in it as well in this part to, resolve that whole arc, and also use Natalie Portman because they were able to get her to come back for Endgame after she had previously said that she wasn't going to do any more Marvel movies, and she didn't, like doing the first two, and didn't want to be involved anymore. The Russo brothers got her to come back for that. Then Taika Waititi was like, okay, great, now come do this one so we can wrap up your character. And then they killed her off, so now she's no longer in it. They were trying to do a bunch of different things. And then also the end of the movie to set up Thor as his new character arc of being a dad.
Yeah.
They're just trying to do too many different things in this movie. It's a weird step backwards thematically for the character arc of Thor. And yeah, I don't know. There were just a lot of things that didn't work. They had a lot of good pieces individually. If you look at this piece of the movie, it's pretty good. If you look at this piece of the movie, it's pretty good. But they don't work well together.
Maybe if I rewatched it with the perspective that you just gave me, I would like it more. But I remember strongly disliking it. I want to say 2 out of 10. I really didn't like it.
2 is crazy low. I don't think I'm giving anything a 2 out of 10.
I hate it so much.
Wonderman
I have it on my letterbox. I can look at whatever I gave it.
If you're tired on Marvel stuff, watch Wonderman. It's really good.
Is it a show?
It's a show on Disney Plus. They put out all the episodes at once. It stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen. It's great, dude. It's really, really good.
I think I saw a trailer for it. That's the guy from Star Wars, right?
No.
Maybe I didn't see this. I just know that he was doing some Marvel show.
I don't think he's been in any Star Wars.
Mixing it up. So
he played the Black Manta in the
Wonder
first
Boy?
Aquaman movie. Wonderman. Disney Plus.
It's really good. Boy. You know that Tenacious D song?
It's set in that world, but it's not exclusively about him being a superhero or having superpowers. It's about a struggling working actor who has these abilities and has to kind of keep them hidden.
Is that the right thing?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's great.
He was born to play this role, but the spotlight reveals everything.
Yeah, you should check it out. And it's kind of a standalone story. So you don't have to have seen anything else aside from maybe Iron Man 3, which you've probably already seen, or Shang-Chi, which you might have already seen.
This is a Marvel thing. Oh, it doesn't even look like it from...
Yeah.
I see.
It's a really good one.
And I think that's what they got to get back to, because that's kind of why I don't...
Just telling real grounded stories. Yeah.
Yes. So let me, for one, before I get off of it, see what I read. I gave it a 2 out of 10. That's what I gave it. That is exactly what I gave it. And let me see, did I leave an actual review? Did I say something? Oh, I did. I don't. So I don't.
The scathing review. Let's hear it.
I don't normally write reviews anymore. What I do now is I'll just pick my favorite quote from the movie, because the only
Ruse reviews. That should be the new thing.
I've done it before. I've used that. Ruse reviews. Ruse Choose is going to be my eating review channel. When I go to restaurants. Ruse Choose. I've also got Ruse Clues, which is my Finsta, as you would call it, my second Instagram. If you're
Ruse
looking,
Clues.
Ruse Clues. There's all kinds of places you can
open
go.
your mail on camera.
Yeah, I shouldn't I?
Clues. Yeah.
It's just set up my camera right in front of the chair just right. Does anyone get deja vu while watching recent Marvel movies? So many generic enemies for our heroes to fight that it eventually all becomes noise. There is nothing under the hood here. I worry for the future of this franchise. Wow. Scathing review.
I worry for you sounded like a concerned mother.
Well, you know what though?
Hello, City Council. I'm here today to talk to you about something that is impacting our community and our children. I just watched Secret Invasion, and it was the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen. It allegedly cost $100 million to film.
This
gratuitous use of AI and terrible CGI that we're exposing our children to every single day.
Hey.
Why can't we get back to the Infinity Wars and the Endgame? Why can't we get back to the Winter Soldier? Why can't we get back to Age of Ultron?
Mm-hmm.
The good old days, minus Joss Whedon. Why can't we go back to that?
Dude, I would be standing up and applauding at this woman during the...
Woo!
I would be
Let
on
her
her
speak!
side.
They're trying to drag her away. I have something else to say. She-Hulk wasn't that bad. Everyone shits on it. It was actually pretty good. There's another... People want more grounded, real stories. It's a real story just as a female protagonist. Leave her alone. She gets pepper sprayed. I really do think that is a show that, while we're talking about like Marvel stuff and TV and stuff, like I appear on a YouTube channel where I like break down Marvel shows and like movies and everything, and it's fantastic. It's called Screen Crush. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. Very informative, very creative. The team over there is fantastic. They run a really great channel. But I like get to watch some of these shows and stuff ahead of time, and I got to see like some bits of She-Hulk ahead of time. Or actually, no. That was later. That was with Daredevil. She-Hulk was the one that I started covering when I first started doing videos for them. And I loved that show. Like, I really thought it was good. I thought it was like a cool, grounded story. I appreciated it as a fan of the comics, a fan of that character. I appreciated it as like a working attorney who like knows what it's like to be like kind of like a younger attorney that's like on the rise, like that stage of your career. It was very like relatable in that regard. And I thought it was funny too. Like, it featured a lot of comedians, a lot of improvisers, like people in the LA scene. Like Dave Pasquazi was in that show. Like, there are a bunch of like really funny people in it, and the writing was like legitimately funny. It's the first time we get to see Daredevil pop up in the MCU. They have one of the most badass like hallway fight scenes of all the hallway fight scenes on that show. They do a ton of cool stuff. I think people just didn't like it. This is going to sound so like, oh, lefty liberal, like over here, like misogyny. But like, no, really. Like, that's why people didn't like it. They were like, it's a strong, empowered woman who has her own money, has superpowers. People really came down hard on it on the scene where she's like, oh, well, like, I don't have to work hard to control my powers because I'm a woman and I have to deal with shit every day. And that's why it was so hard for the Hulk. And it's like, yeah, she does say that to him, and that it's like true in a regard, but it also like comes back to bite her because she does later on, like that kind of hubris like bites her in the ass later on. There's a scene where she like loses her shit, not because she's a woman, but because she's a Hulk.
Yeah.
And like her thinking that she can just manage anything turns out to not be true. The ending kind of sucks. The finale is like kind of a cop out from like a writing perspective. They like, you know, completely break the fourth wall. She goes to the writer's room, which that's cool and that's canon for the comics. She-Hulk has always broke the fourth wall. There are comics where she would like show up to Marvel Comics and like harass her own writers over the storylines that they were writing for her. So like, that's cool. That makes sense. But they used it as a way to get out of all of the like storylines that they had been building over the season. They used it as like a Deus Ex, like just cure all, fix everything. And that part's kind of not cool because it's like, we still want to see good storytelling that like pays off in a good way. But I think a lot of the hate that show got was just like undeserved. And apparently Tatiana Maslany, who's the actress that played She-Hulk, left like is not going to return for future projects because of like all the hate and backlash that she got. And that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, that's insane. I cannot believe, like, I'm a huge fan of comics and movies and sci-fi and like all kinds of things. I have seen bad representations of properties that I love. Like, I saw The Predator, right? Like the Shane Black The Predator, and fucking like hated it, right? But I'm not gonna like write a letter to Olivia Munn and be like, how dare you be involved in this fucking thing? Like, I don't understand people that would harass the artists, like the actors that participate in something. I watched Madam Web, okay? I'm not
You mean
gonna
the best movie of last year?
fucking be in Dakota Johnson's DMs like, you bitch, you fucking ruined Madam Web.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never understood that either. But I mean, that's
makes
kind of
no
along the
sense
same lines of like thinking
hold
an actor
the
is what
actors
makes a
accountable
movie.
for
Like
any of that stuff.
Just to even think that an actor has anything to do with a movie being a good movie or a bad movie. Like, that's just kind of
they have a
dumb
lot to
way.
do with it being a good movie, and
But
it can
I'm
be
saying,
their fault
like,
if it's a bad movie. But a lot of the times, like, if the criticism
they're the
is the
fall guy.
storyline,
Yeah.
don't criticize the actors for like what you perceive as bad writing.
But they're the fall guy for everything. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's because they're the face of it. I mean, it really is like, what do you think of when I say She-Hulk? You think of, and if we're talking about it in the context of a TV show, you think about that TV show, and
right?
You think about the poster, and she's the person on it. You know,
yeah. So I can understand.
But that's not her fault. She does not deserve to take heat for that.
People
That's
are just
crazy.
so simple, dude. Like, they don't know anything about how a show or anything is made. They just blindly hate her. Like I know people are that dumb. Like I know for a fact that people are not nuanced enough to separate those two things a lot of time. But I would also say that I would counter that at the very least, I know there was at this point in time already kind of this like fatigue on these Marvel shows. And so like, at least for me as a Marvel fan, I've always kind of felt like the move to shows kind of was a divisive thing for a lot of people, because now I'm expected to watch all of this long 10-hour thing. This 10-hour thing isn't quite the same thing as the movies you were producing before. And often, if you really break it down, there's only probably like enough story beats that would be in a movie, and then they fill the rest of these shows up with just kind of filler stuff.
I mean, that's TV. That's like most anything.
But I'm saying like the difference is it's like they're doing it backwards. It's like they're literally taking concepts they already had for films like WandaVision and turning them into shows. They were literally doing that. And I think then you get this weird thing where that's not quite what we signed up for. And so like that I think was fueling a lot. But the thing is, there's people who just hate things to hate things. So there's this too, where it's like I see this in the comedy world all the time, because there's literal YouTube channels where all they do is just like hate things, and that's like. But then there's other YouTube channels
where rage bait and engagement bait, like all that shit is like you get more of a response, you get more negative responses than you get positive responses. If somebody likes something, they'll tell you like 1 times out of 10. If somebody dislikes something, they'll tell you 8 times out of 10.
Exactly. And so it's very easy to be Captain Hindsight and say, oh, this was bad because of this. And so I think that a lot of the time it all gets kind of like simplified, and it's not as simple. It's not as simple as like people hating it for a reason. Sometimes people hate things just to hate things, and then they forget why they hate it, but they just hate it anyway. So you could even make a good Marvel show, and they're just not going to watch it. They'll just watch clips of it and assume it must be bad. I'm at that point with Star Wars, where people keep telling me that there's good Star Wars shows, but it's like, I am so burnt out on this.
Andor is great.
I bet it is.
That's incredibly relevant and like applicable to modern times. That's with everything that's going on with ice. Like,
and the thing is,
Andor is a phenomenal show.
What makes that interesting to me is that Star Wars has always been political allegory.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally been the point, and that's what George Lucas was doubling down on.
It's about Vietnam, and we're the Empire. Like, that's literally, that's where he got the inspiration from.
And again, like, it's, I think when art does it well, it's like what I was saying before about Animal Farm. It's like you could have both sides watch Star Wars and get like a different message from it, because it's done just well enough to where you cannot even realize it's about you. You know?
Yeah, but I see weirdly, like, on the right, like, Republican dudes will like post things and be like, I'm Darth Vader, or like the dudes that associate with the Joker, or like Trump reposted a meme of himself as Thanos, and it's like, you guys get those are the bad guys, right? And they're like, we don't care, they're the most badass characters. It's like, so you're cool with like just you're like, they are, all of those characters represent fascism in some way. Like,
Trump
and
is
they're just
Anakin.
like, that's cool, dude. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, and we dictate, and as long as you see things the way that I see them, then things are cool.
Dude,
like,
if Trump, because I
Death
think
Star wouldn't have had to blow up Alderaan if they had just fucking played ball, dude.
This is a good touch to my idea I already had, because what I've been thinking is what Trump needs to do, 2026, new year, new Trump, right? He needs to start coming out. I'm in on the jokes. I'm with it. I get it.
He's not
wearing
he doesn't
costumes.
Get it.
That's what I'm saying. The problem is, this is not the Trump of 2016 that's like a comedian star who's going out with zingers. No. We got a different Trump now. So what we need Trump to do is get back with the memes, get back with the internet, start coming out wearing costumes. And I think what you just said is even better, because he should be coming out wearing like a Groot costume. Like he's always like the guy that's like behind something, you know? He's never like the good guy in the movie. That would be a fun touch, just to lean into it. What would be a really good costume? Oh, Dr. Evil. If Trump came out as Dr. Evil, like he had his pinky up like this the whole time.
Oh, he'd never represent himself as bald in any way, even if it was like with a skin cap over the toupee that he wears every day. Dude, I don't know. Everybody's saying that, like, oh, he's dying or his health is, like, must be horrible and, like, you know, he's got the bruises on his hands and his ankles are swelling. I don't think we're lucky enough for him to die in office. Like, I don't think he's going to.
You don't think that's going to happen?
And even if he did, then we get Vance, and it's like, I don't know what's worse, having, like, a literally, like, crazy I cannot talk. Like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
In the White House who, like, isn't that bright and doesn't really have a lot of direction, or somebody like JD Vance who is intelligent and malicious, who would
Good
be
eyeliner.
able to, like, effectively, like, make things happen and get things done to harm the rights of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it would be worse to have Vance in office. Also, if Vance thinks that he is going to become president any way other than by virtue of the Constitution, like putting him in if Trump like passes away or is incapacitated,
well, you don't think
or
that,
they
like,
invoke the
people
25th
who
Amendment,
like Trump enough?
Nobody's going to elect JD Vance. I don't think JD Vance is ever winning a presidential election on his own.
But I'm saying that don't you think that
president is if that happens?
Say you have people who are so into Trump, Trump's the man. They think that they wouldn't then go with JD Vance just out of pure association.
I don't know. Did they go with Mike Pence? Like, come on.
I feel like politics.
That's the thing with Trump and loyalty. It only goes one way. Everybody has to be loyal to him. But if he turns on anybody, even if he turns on a dime for no reason,
yeah.
Look at what he did to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Did he lose any supporters to Marjorie Taylor Greene? No. Did anybody come to Marjorie Taylor Greene's
defense? Did he say something about what? I don't know.
She's totally, like, excommunicado now. She dropped out of Congress. She left.
But I saw that, but I didn't know if he said anything about her.
She broke with him over all the Epstein files stuff because he's still holding it all up. They are over a month behind on the deadline from the bill that was passed through both houses of Congress and signed by President Trump. It is a law. They had to produce all of those documents over a month ago, and they still have not produced even 10% of them. And what they have produced is just redacted to hell. That you can't get hardly anything out of them.
Apparently, there was
insane,
like
how in your face the cover up is.
Did you hear about this?
Crazy.
Like yesterday, there was 3 million pages that came out or something like this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of stuff. I
mean, this comes out. This podcast is like a month after whenever we're talking about this.
There were pages that came out yesterday that, like, appeared and then got taken down.
Okay.
And then
I heard about that, but I thought that was like somebody just like typed in a different, like they just, because they were releasing it like group by group by group by group. So somebody's typed in the next number at the top of the browser just to see, and then something popped up. I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about, but that was how like a bunch of stuff got leaked that wasn't redacted. And to me, it's just crazy because I'm actually surprised they're releasing anything at all, because I just kind of assumed this was all a big myth. And, like, there's no real Epstein files, as they say.
Well, I mean, like,
but there
Epstein
is.
files apparently appears to be any and every piece of documentary evidence that's ever been connected to Epstein ever in his life.
Exactly.
It's, like, emails from forever ago. It's everything. And it's... So people are really looking for, like, needles in a haystack. And that is probably largely by design.
Right.
That they're releasing so much stuff. This happens in litigation all the time during discovery. When you request documents, you send a request for production to the other side. And generally you want those requests to be narrowly tailored because, one, they have to be. They can't just be overly broad. They can't be vague. They have to be specific. You have to specifically ask for what you're looking for. But the other side will try and include anything and everything that even remotely fits that definition, so that if there is a smoking gun in there, if there is like a really hot document that's going to blow the case wide open, that you got to look really hard to try and find
page 265.
Yeah,
out of
it's a
430.
footnote on a 1,000-page document, like something like that. And
that's
so
a great
that's the same
point.
thing that's happening here. Is like they're using the volume as their excuse for why they're so far behind, but at the same time they are including in that production a ton of extraneous shit that does not need to be in there. Like, get the dates catalog, the book that has the comings and goings from the island, the important stuff. We don't need... I saw online the other day a email to Jeffrey Epstein from 2013 from Xbox Live informing him that he could no longer voice chat because he had been harassing people while playing Call of Duty. Like, interesting, gives some color to the situation, definitely context, but I don't know if we needed that in the production. Like, tell me who was on the island. Like, are you fucking kidding? Why are we getting shit like that unredacted, but then getting like whole pages that are entirely blacked out?
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's just in your face. It's not even a cover up. They're just lying to everyone, telling them it's the truth. It's the same attitude and strategy that they have towards what's going on in Minnesota, what was happening here a few months before that. They're just lying to people, and they don't fucking care anymore because they're in power, and at this point, they're going to find a way to stay. If they can gerrymander all these states, if they can invoke some type of shit. Trump's talking about suspending the midterm elections. Like, give me a break. The Insurrection Act. Like, that's the thing, though. If they're willing to lie to your face about shit that you can see on camera, they're willing to play fast and loose with the rules of the Constitution. They can just find a way to do whatever the fuck they want now because we gave them the power to do it. And no one is standing up. No, there's no constitutional crisis that's going to be resolved by this Supreme Court. There's no extra national force that's going to come in to save us. We're just fucked, dude. We got to go along with this. We can fight it. We can speak out against it. We can risk getting arrested. We can risk getting killed. But ultimately, we can't vote them out if they don't want to be voted out. If Trump just decides he's staying, he's building a fucking bunker right now. That whole ballroom, that is a bunker. It is. It is being built by like all of these big, industrial defense companies.
Yeah.
And it costs like $20 million, something like that. Some crazy number to build a ballroom. It's a bunker. He's planning on holding out there.
I have to say,
I do not see this presidential term ending in a peaceful or routine manner.
I will say on record with all hopes that I'm not wrong, that I think it's all just like to feed into this narrative that he won't leave. And I don't think that he's actually going to follow through with any of that. I think he will just leave. I really do, because I think that he just knows, because this is what his whole thing is. It's whatever generates the most controversy and gets people talking and leaning into what this narrative is. Whatever they think about me, it's got to be true. So he's leaning into this idea of like, oh, you think I'm going to be this king that's never going to leave? Okay, well then I will be this king that's never going to leave. And I don't think he's actually going to do it. But I could be wrong.
It's Kanye.
I could be wrong.
It's Kanye West. But everybody's like, I don't know, dude, you're sounding kind of racist. You're saying things that are kind of anti-Semitic. And then he's like, oh, you think I'm being kind of anti-Semitic? Here's a whole song where I just say Hail Hitler over and over and over again.
You just triggered him.
My newest T-shirt with swastikas on it. But then I don't know if with Trump, if he gets to that point where he goes, oh, you think I'm a king? I'm going to be a king and I'm going to stay and I'm never going to leave. I don't think he's ever going to have the come to Jesus moment that Kanye's had recently where he's like, I've made a lot of mistakes.
Like I watched the Jonah Hill movie and
I was listening to Graduation earlier today. And I was just like, damn, this was the shit. We got to get him back to this.
I just want, like, 'cause I think about it too, like, Trump, I feel like, used to be kind of like fun and funny, and now it's just kind of like Rob Reiner dies, and he's like, "What a loser!" Like
fucking
that's
crazy
where we're
thing
at
to say
now,
dude.
And it's like that's not funny. Like that's not. It's like he lost his touch. Like he was like the Eminem of 2001, and now he's Eminem of 2020. Like it's a different Eminem.
Oh my god! I thought you were talking about the animated M&Ms from the commercials.
Oh no!
You were like, the red one used to be sarcastic and mean, and now he's just grumpy.
Now he's got no personality. They're all the same. I bet you they've all become analogous. The green one used to have
tits. I remember it.
Mm-hmm. The pink one was the girl. That's what it was back in my day. Probably was, actually. Probably was the pink M&M that was the lady.
So you're saying he was like 2001 Eminem.
Well, my point being that he just used to have crowd control. He used to have all this stuff. Like, he really was like watching like a public speaker. And now it's all kind of out the window.
Oh, he's declined. He's seriously mentally declined. But I don't think he's going to like pass away. I think he's just going to continue to be kind of crazy. And that also makes it worse because if we're in year 4 of his presidency and everybody else is just pulling the strings.
Yeah, well,
like everything that this is the classic.
I think it's like that no matter what, either way. I think it's always that way.
They accuse the left of doing things that they plan on doing or are already doing themselves.
Yeah.
So all this shit about them being like, oh, Biden's like fucking senile. I don't think Biden was ever senile. I think he definitely is too old to be president. Same as Trump. Too old to be president. All these guys are way too fucking old to be president.
But I mean, if you're making the argument that with Trump, you could, it's an example of other people pulling the strings. Don't you think that
theories about why his hands are always bruised is that that's what happens if you're getting like constant injections or like IV drips?
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
Okay.
His hands are constantly bruised and he tries to cover it up with makeup. You haven't seen this?
Like, oh, no.
It's on the news all the time, or it's all over the place. There's plenty of examples of it. And his feet are always swelling. That's the thing that people are leaning into and being like, oh, he's going to die. What I've seen is that those are symptoms of getting a drug that has to be administered intravenously, that is like a drip that they put into your hand.
Okay.
That is to treat Alzheimer's or like to slow the progression of Alzheimer's. And so a lot of people are under the impression now that Trump like is in the early stages of Alzheimer's, but will not admit it. He did that interview recently where he was talking about it. It was like 60 minutes. And he like forgets the name of Alzheimer's. He can't remember the name of the disease that he's talking about. He's like in that one, that one where you forget everything. I don't remember what it's called, but I don't have that. It's just like, what? Dude, if that were the case, they're not going to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove him because he's got all the star power, baby. He's running the road. His name is Trump. It's on all of the hats. It's on all of the things.
Yeah.
They would just allow him to stay in office and then just manipulate him and use him to get whatever they want, which is what everybody in this guy's life does if you think about it. Like his wife manipulating him to get what she wants. Everybody that's around him is just a sycophant. They suck up to him just to get what they want. Nobody actually like really likes him or has his back at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so I don't think anybody would be looking to protect him in that situation where he is mentally deficient, but is being basically like puppeted by the people around him. Like Joe Biden has a loving family. If that was happening with him, I'm pretty sure Dr. Jill would have been like, you know what? It's time for you to just step down and let Kamala have the reins.
I don't think so. Because, like, that's the whole thing.
Well, they should have either way. But
I feel like everything you're saying, like, to me, I just always look at it like, I don't know if either side is as different as they want me to believe. Like, I like, it's like what you said earlier about, like, one side will accuse the other side of doing exactly what they plan on doing. Like, I look at it kind of like, you look at history, and every anything always ends up becoming corrupt and ran by corrupt people. And the whole problem of any society you're ever going to face is trying to figure out how not to have a small group of people co-opt your entire government and ruin it. Because that can happen.
Yeah, well,
like with a Joe Biden or with a Donald Trump, like I feel like it's the same type of thing where in the end, no, it doesn't matter the person that's the face of this whole thing because it's so little about them. And it's probably as simple as like follow the money and who ultimately gets a say and what they get to say. That's probably a lot more the case.
I think there is corruption on both sides. There are people that take advantage of their position on both sides clearly and obviously. All that I would say is that there is only one political party that consistently pushes for reforms to how democracy operates, right?
Yeah.
To make it more fair, to make it more transparent, and to make it so that more people are represented, a larger variety of ideas and perspectives are represented rather than just lobbyists, right? Now, not to say that there aren't Democrats that take lobbyist money and do all of that stuff, but every Republican takes lobbyist money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
None of the Republicans are advocating for reform. Some of the Democrats are advocating for reform.
Yeah.
Some of the Democrats want to get dark money out of politics. Some of the Democrats want to have age limits and term limits. Some of the Democrats want to have federal caps for election limits. Some of the Democrats want to do away with gerrymandering.
Yeah.
All of the Republicans want gerrymandering. All of the Republicans want dark money in politics. All of the Republicans want, less actual representation per capita for people in states as opposed to just like land on a map. Like, only one side, and not to notice I said some of the Democrats in all of that, because there are also some of the Democrats that like all of the corporate lobbyist money and all the bullshit,
right,
and don't actually care about helping people or being more transparent or being more representative of the constituents that they are supposed to represent. But every single one of the Republicans is on board. They all vote in unison. They get like lectures about it. They all toe the party line. They take bills from Congress or from K Street, from all of these, corporate influencers, these political strategists, and they just take them from them, bring them straight to the halls of Congress and submit them as bills without ever looking them over or making any changes to them or anything. On the Democratic side, you have people that do that as well, but then you also have a larger swath of Democrats that are actually pushing progressive policies and trying to make the process of democracy better in addition to making the lives of American citizens better.
Yeah.
Whereas both sides are going to tell you how they're going to make your life better. Only one side is saying, hey, and we want to make this whole thing, this democracy thing, actually work and actually represent you. And maybe we shouldn't be beholden to a document that's almost 250 years old.
Yeah, well, I think everybody just becomes a team player, and that's like why a two-party system just sucks. It just sucks in all ways. And I think it's crazy that we still do it and that it seems like there's no other option, because it seems like you try to run third party, that's impossible. They just like it's impossible in the sense that for you to be in the debates and to campaign and to be elevated in the same way as these people on the left and right, you have to pay a fortune. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't exist. Yeah. So it's not possible. It's
nearly impossible for an independent challenger, and the only ones that make it big are the ones that get a little bit of organic steam going, and then get picked up by the party because they're like, oh, you're popular, we're going to put you up.
Exactly.
Right? But like,
and that's what I'm saying is like, then
really won anything.
They never do. And then you get team players, and it's like, that's where I think it's just, a lot of it is just simple as tribalism. It's like, I don't believe that all of these people believe the exact same thing on every single issue. Just like I don't believe this other group of people doesn't believe all the same things on it. Because I don't think people are that simple. But it's more like, oh, you want to stay on our team, you want to be in our good graces, then you keep doing this. And then you get these bubbles. And that's why it's so stupid, because it's all just a game. Like, it's all just a game. The government gets locked up if you just all of a sudden have too much of one bubble and not enough of another bubble. Well, now we'll just never get anything done because this side won't agree with this side. It's like, that's...
Do you think that like the TikTok culture, the stuff that we were talking about earlier, like the engagement baiting stuff, the stuff that you see on social media is like contributing to that and exacerbating it, making it worse?
Making what in particular worse?
Like how generally uninformed people are and how there are these echo chambers, these bubbles that you call them, like forming where people aren't talking to each other, because it feels like on every social media app there's the this side of this and the this side of this.
Well, because the problem is, with social media in particular, you don't really realize how personal it is until you pick up somebody else's phone and scroll on their phone. Like, it knows you so well.
It knows you in and out,
In and out. And so the stuff you're going to be shown...
That's the shit that Orwell was talking about. Like, not in Animal Farm, but in 1984, when he was talking about that. I remember reading 1984 in high school and being like, why would our TVs have cameras in them? Like, that's so weird. That would make no sense. Like, who would go along with that? But then, like, now, like, nearly everything has a microphone and a camera in it.
All it took was Alexa.
And it's just fucking, dude, if you have an Alexa in your home, it's listening to you all the time. And it's just like, oh, you said chocolate chip cookies 15 times in 5 minutes, so here's a bunch of ads for chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, and that's just become socially acceptable and normal. I mean, like, that's even crazy. You can have a guy like Edward Snowden come out.
Voluntary surveillance that we have put ourselves under in the terms and conditions of all of the tech products that we have. We've just agreed to be constantly surveilled by private companies.
Well, not only that.
Dystopian.
What's the most dystopian about it, it reminds me of Brave New World, is like,
Huxley? I haven't read it yet. I have it on my bookshelf.
To me, it's the OG.
One of the few real books that I have but have not read.
So Brave New World, I need to reread 1984, but I really like Brave New World because, for one, it's like the first dystopian novel in a sense. And it was before World War I and II, really. So you don't have this totalitarian nightmare, like, or you never saw the ultimate horrors that this type of thing can lead to, and power by control rather than power by subversion and
it's like manipulation.
hedonism.
Right? I haven't read it yet, but Brave New World is about like people like taking drugs that like make them
soma.
Like,
so the thing in the book's called
complacent,
soma, and it
like,
makes you complacent. Yeah, soma, and you could liken soma to so many things. Like you'd have an
Valium.
I would say it's
something
like I would say it's like a cell phone. I would say it's like
Xanax.
being connected to social media. You could easily make that allegory that like
definitely.
having this thing that just levels you all the time, always right there. It's like they slipped it right into your hand in a sense. I mean, this book was written in like 1926. Maybe it was the early 1930s.
Then it would have been after World War One, but yeah.
But also, so I've got Brave New World and Brave New World Revisited, which I haven't actually finished reading the revisited part. But it's interesting because Huxley wrote the book like as a thing that he was saying, like, we are headed towards, like, to warn people. And then in the Revisited, which is like 30 years after he wrote it originally, he's talking about how society...
It's also Aldous Huxley. It's not like a scholar, like, later revisiting it. It's himself.
It's himself.
And
he's talking about, like, how now the book is... Real life is moving more towards the themes that he was laying out in this book.
Wow.
And... the most interesting part about it all to me is that what the book does is it paints this image of this government that you think is ruling by control and like it's taken over the society and da-da-da-da-da. But you come to realize that people just accepted this.
Like people just went along with it.
Yeah.
Subjugated themselves.
Which is the more likely scenario, I feel like, the more I experience actual life. Yeah. I realize, people are just complacent and they'll just accept whatever.
You ever want to just go build a cabin in the woods? Just go get away. I kind of want to do that, like, sometimes. Like, if
I don't know, you might just become the Unabomber.
If things happen, like, if life just doesn't work out for me with all of this and everything, and I don't know, become a social pariah or something, I'm like, I could always just go, like, live in the woods. Get a dog.
It's a beautiful fantasy.
I'll build a log cabin. I'll fish.
But you never get away. You think that, but you're not that far away from society. You're actually always, like, no matter how hard you try to escape,
find a place
anywhere.
Middle of nowhere, the woods in Canada or something. And
I'm telling you.
Until one day you show up and you're like, Mike, and I'm like... Wyatt Chipman, you son of a bitch.
Did you see the sketch where it was Jon Stewart, like, in his return to late night?
Beard.
Yeah, and he's out in the woods, and Stephen Colbert pops up, and he's like, I haven't seen you.
We need you back.
We need you back.
I can't. I'm retired. I left that life behind.
Yeah.
We need you to come back for one last job.
We've got a sketch show. We need you, Mike. Come on.
It's been a long time. Moved on. Who will tend to my carrots and my field of grain? All right, fine. I'm in.
Yeah, it didn't take much convincing, right? I mean, you told me you got all these things going on. You said your show, and you've got your amazing career. So is there other things that are keeping you busy all the time, making you never sleep? Or is it those couple things?
Those things. Got another sketch show that I am writing and producing with my friend Xavier Dean. It is called Proud Coward. We're still in like the pretty early stages on that. We've filmed like 2 sketches. We plan to film probably like 8 to 12 and then cut them together. The idea with that is that it's going to be a totally like filmed release. Like it's going to be all digital sketches. But we want to put it out in kind of like that half-hour sketch show format. So we're also going to, once we finish filming all of the sketches and editing them, like host them, like exhibit them at a live show with a live audience where we come on stage and kind of riff and talk to the audience about the sketches in between, film all of that, and then cut that all together as kind of like a pilot, and then want to shop that around and see if we can get some interest in it. I did a stand-up show last year, and there was a guy there who came to see me in the green room afterwards from a large network that asked to stay in touch with me, and then reached out to me a couple of months later and was like, hey, do you have anything to pitch me? And I pitched him the idea for this, and he was like, hey, yeah, like, let me see when it's put together. And so we've been working on that. I'm also writing a play right now. I'm doing so many things. I have a lot of big play like ideas for this year. I want to get more into the acting side of things too. On top of also being an attorney and having a full-time job. What else am I doing? I like video games, dude. I really do.
What kind of games?
Dude, so the Fallout TV show made me really want to play Fallout, and I had never played a Fallout game before.
None of them. So
I picked up Fallout 4, which has been out for like a decade now at this point. But
interesting spot to start from.
I mean, it's not, from what I understand, there's not, like a consistent protagonist in each story. So it's
Fallout 3 would have been my recommendation. If you were just jumping in, I would have said Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Close.
That game's like 15 years old, Vegas, 20 years old, so it's like
it's timeless. It's timeless.
I've heard that it's very good. I've heard that one's good. I've heard New Vegas is great.
Because the thing is, let me tell you,
I started with 4.
I was there when Fallout 4 came out. Yeah. I experienced that part of history.
I remember seeing the advertisements for it. I just wasn't a fan at the time, so I was like, not for me. But really great game.
Christmas morning, I open up the present, and it's the Xbox One Fallout 4 edition. Like, I had that. And I remember... It's just that they didn't update the engine since fucking Fallout 3. It's like Bethesda is a wild company. Like they've kind of ruined their image by this point.
They make one of my favorite games of all time,
which was
Prey.
Oh, I don't even know that one.
You ever played Prey?
No.
Nobody played this. It flew way under the radar.
Sounds familiar.
Had a very low release. Like it did not do well on release. But it is phenomenal. It's
what is
great.
it? What is the game?
Came out in 2017. So there's a lot of different games called Prey, but this one's Prey 2017. If you search that, you'll find it. Bethesda and Arcane Studios. And it's basically like any other Bethesda game where you've got an inventory, it's open world, you can travel around first person, you have a skill tree, you unlock stuff. It's a role play RPG. It's set in a space station in an alternate timeline where the United States built this space station. JFK never got assassinated, and so we did more like space missions and stuff, and eventually found this like alien species, and then they were experimenting on it on the space station to create all of this new technology and stuff, and it gets out, right? And so your character, when you start, the opening of this game is so cinematic and so fucking cool, dude. You wake up in your apartment. You get ready for the day. You go and get in a helicopter. It takes you to like the headquarters of your building, right? On Earth, right? This is in San Francisco. You fly past the Golden Gate Bridge, and then you like go back home. You do some tests at the building, and then it's like the results are not what they're expecting. Whatever. You go back home. You go to sleep. You wake up the next day. It's the same day, but everything's a little off. Everything seems kind of weird. Right? You walk outside your door, and there's like a dead body in the hallway. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You go and get into like the place where the helicopter is, and you can't go that way. It's all locked off. It's all changed. So you go back, and then a thing pops up, and it's just like escape your apartment. And eventually you decide to take a wrench and smash the window. And when you smash the window, it's like these big ceiling to floor bay windows, like overlooking the San Francisco skyline. When you smash the windows, you realize that they're screens, and it's all a simulation, and you're actually on the space station, and you've been on the space station for years, and they've been experimenting on you and wiping your memory every time. So you thought all the time that you were like waking up in the morning in your apartment and going to work and like doing a routine test, but really they've been doing tests on you for years. So you're like the last surviving person alive on this spaceship where these aliens have destroyed everything, killed everyone, and you have to just like find a way out, and you get to choose the ending. It's like a real like Bethesda RPG. Like there's multiple endings. You choose how you want it to play out. There's family
similar
drama
gameplay
and stuff.
To Fallout? Is it like Fallout? Like in the gameplay?
It's like first person shooter. But you have like you can unlock like psychic alien abilities. It's very similar to BioShock. If you've ever played BioShock, it's just like that. It's like BioShock on a space station. And the story is great. A lot of twists and turns and stuff. Good voice acting. Like, A lot of like secrets and things to uncover. My favorite thing about it is that there's like no correct way to play the game. Like it's not like you have to go to this place, then you have to go to this place. It has that, but there's different ways of accomplishing almost every objective in the game, and you get to choose how you want to do it.
Now that I'm looking at the cover art, I definitely did not hear about this at all. It doesn't even look familiar.
Great game, and I'm sure it's like super cheap on anywhere that you could buy it, because like I said, it came out in 2017 and it did not sell well.
It's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
It's fantastic. It's a great game.
Wow.
If you really like first person open world RPG games, hell yeah, dude. Prey is amazing. I can't recommend it enough. I've played it through probably like 8 times.
You've played that before you played any of the Fallout games then?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was my first like Bethesda game.
That's interesting.
I played the Indiana Jones game that they made. That was pretty fucking good.
Was that the new one?
Yeah.
I didn't play that, but I know.
It's made by Bethesda. It plays like a like
movie.
Fallout game type of.
Oh, but isn't it? I thought it was
Indiana
kind of
Jones.
akin to like the Uncharted games. I thought it would be kind of like that.
No, it's first person and it's like it's open world. You can go anywhere. There's a couple of different, like, there's limited destinations. You can't go anywhere in the world, but like you can go to the places that he goes along the journey. And then like the only thing is like you don't have like a weapons inventory. You have like the whip and the gun, and then you can pick up weapons. Like if you defeat an enemy and they're holding a machine gun, you can pick it up and shoot it. So it's like very true to the lore of Indiana Jones. Like
Yeah.
you really take on his character. You can don disguises and stuff so that you can like access areas that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get into without a fight.
Are you sure that that's not like produced by Bethesda, but not made by Bethesda?
Pretty sure it's made by Bethesda.
I would be
I
surprised.
could be wrong.
Because like the thing is, their games is the ones that are ran by Todd Howard, at least. Am I getting his name right? Is that they seem to always have the same engine and never really gets updated all that much. So that's why I would think it would be a different studio. But I could be wrong. Because the Prey one, that's why, I mean, I'm sure that one's probably on the same engine as the Fallout
no,
games.
you're right. It is Machine Games. It's
There it
not
is.
Bethesda.
But just because Bethesda's got a touch. Like,
Wait, it's on Bethesda's website though.
because
Is
they probably
Machine Games
produced
like a
it or
subsidiary?
something. I would
Something like that, maybe.
they like
Because
I
it has that feel. It's
Yeah.
like it's very similar to that kind of area. It feels a lot like Dishonored.
RPG-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool way to make an Indiana Jones game. And I think it's cool they're leaning into that. Is actually like, I'm not a big fan of these video game movies. Video games.
Oh,
on the
dude,
other
I
hand.
can't wait for the God of War one.
Yeah.
That one's going to be good. Well, because now that I've seen what they did with Fallout, I'm like, let Amazon make every video game movie ever.
Well, it's a show, no? See, yeah. I think a show is a
The
better
show
format.
is great. Show is a way better format, and that's what they're doing with God of War, too. They're going to do a show.
Yeah, that's
But,
a better idea.
Let them do it, dude, because they are doing a great job. Like, great job.
Yeah. And I mean, I would be interested to see more things get adapted in that way faithfully. Like, it would be great if we could get a good Assassin's Creed series sometime. That would be nice. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think
What's your Fallout build? We gotta talk about Fallout though. What's your character build? 'Cause
So-
my character,
I'll probably answer badly just because it's been so long since I've played. But like my favorite's Fallout New Vegas. So I was gonna say it's kind of like close
how do
between
you
the
put
recommendations.
Your points in when you're setting up your character? Like, where do you put your points when you're
okay.
building your character?
You want to have a decent amount of charisma
Personality.
for all like the skill checks and like
Same.
to convert like to.
I put almost everything into charisma and intelligence.
Yep, those things
I
are
was
gonna
like,
have to be
I don't
high.
need to be strong or anything else. I'm
Well,
just gonna,
strength because of carry weight limitations. You do want to have a high.
That's an annoying one. I just wear power armor everywhere so I can carry more stuff.
Yeah. Well, we don't all have power armor to wear everywhere. I
You
mean,
can find it. At the beginning of the game, it's very hard to find. By the end of the game, you're like, holy shit, there's power armor everywhere.
yeah, but until then, you're struggling because you don't have any carry weight. You're always like carrying too much. See, I can't deal with that. And then like, it's been so long since I've played the game. I'm trying to think.
I try and like finagle everything. I'm always doing the like charisma checks, the like persuasion checks on like everyone.
Me too. Me too.
I have slept my way through multiple situations. I've like slept with characters to get information or like things that I needed for quests.
and I felt no shame.
I slept with a robot that was just a brain in a jar.
That's right.
And it was like, first time that I met her, too. I was trying to get information, and she was just, the conversation tree just eventually led to go on a date. And I was like, yeah, sure. What does that do? And it cut to black, and then it came to, and they were like getting out of a bed. And I was like, whoa, did I just fuck this robot?
You did.
Hey, man, do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. And I think that's kind of why Fallout 4 is not the same, is because Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, like by not really having a main character, it really did kind of feel like a wild RPG that could go any which direction. And Fallout 4 is a bit too straight of a narrative. It's interesting too because there's this I think it's Baldur's Gate 3. I think that finally came out, if you know anything about that game.
Yeah.
And I
haven't played it because it's not my style. I don't like turn-based RPGs. I like live-action RPGs.
I played like a good couple hours. I just probably just got distracted. So it has nothing to do with the quality of the game. But like, I saw people raving about it so much that I thought, oh, I should play. I don't even like those types of games either, but I'm like, I probably should
Game of
play
the year
it.
And stuff. It's still like $70 if you wanted to buy it, and came out like 2 years ago.
And the point is that the game is supposed to be like a Dungeons and Dragons type of thing, an RPG where you can make the choices and you actually do affect the story and how things change. And apparently they just did it so seamlessly and so well that it really works. And to me, that's what's lost with like the newer Fallout and the newer. And we'll see, because again, the thing with Bethesda,
I think they're going to announce a new one soon.
Maybe.
All the hype around the show.
The thing is, they got to do their next Elder Scrolls game. And so the question is going to be, is it going to be the same exact engine that they've used on all these previous games, just souped up a little bit again? Or is it going to be some wild new project where they're really trying something different? Probably the first one. Probably the former. It's probably going to be the exact same thing they've always done. And that's what makes me sad, is I think that Bethesda has just kind of lost itself over the years. I don't have much faith in a Fallout 5, in a new Bethesda, or in a new Elden Ring, or Elder Scrolls. But nothing will ever take anything away from Fallout 3, from Fallout New Vegas, from Fallout 4 even. Like, all those games are still very great in their own right. Especially Fallout New Vegas. New Vegas is like the shining star.
Everyone says that's their favorite one. I'll probably play that one next if I ever get around to finishing Fallout 4, because I don't play that often. And then I get very caught up in like building my settlements. And I'll sit there and be like, and a wall here and a bed there, and I'm gonna put a turret on top of here in case somebody sneaks up while my settler is sleeping.
Oh yeah.
And this, and like I care about these NPCs, man. I want to keep them alive, provide them with enough food.
The
water,
other thing I should
resources.
say is Fallout New Vegas wasn't Bethesda. It was Obsidian,
yeah,
who made it with Bethesda's technology.
Which has got to really just stick in their craw that it's like the fan favorite, and it's the one that they didn't make.
Exactly. And exactly. That's exactly right. And they made a couple other games.
It'd be like if Batman Arkham Origins was the best one. Like, oh, that would suck.
Yeah. It would hurt, because like you would keep trying to make new ones and make it better, and nobody just ever accepts them. They're always like, nope, your second kid was our favorite. We don't like any of these other kids. Second kid was the shining star. You topped out there. Because like, it is that good, and it accomplishes that thing it's setting out to achieve. Again, that like open-endedness of this world, and you really do like feel like you have influence on all these factions, and the story really does weave in all these directions, and it's written very well. All of it just on all fronts, it does such a good job at what it's trying to do. And it's also just a great concept. Like, it's Fallout, but in Vegas. I mean, that's fun. So
better characters too, from what I've heard. Everybody says that the characters are more compelling and more interesting. A lot of the characters in Fallout 4 are like pretty bland.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is just kind of like,
have like a fucking tragic as fuck backstory, but they won't tell you until they know you well enough. That's the thing that I like. That's the mechanic in this game that I like manipulating the most, is just like how much people like or dislike you.
Yeah.
And like weird little things like will tick them off. Like they'll just get upset that you like fucking, I don't know. Like if you pickpocket a bad guy, they'll be like, that's dishonest. You'll be like, this guy is fucking a slaver or something. Like,
they'll shoot anybody got to shoot. They'll shoot anybody I shoot, but they think it's wrong if I steal from somebody.
They're like, if you make a horrible choice, they'll back you up in the moment, but then afterwards they'll be like, I'm disgusted that you did that.
We shouldn't have killed those people. That's on you.
I know I chose to use the flamethrower.
Imagine if crime worked like that.
You fired the first shot.
Imagine if that was crime, if you were like an accomplice and you could just say, listen, I wouldn't have done it if he hadn't did it first. He kind of told me to shoot those people.
Here's the deal. You start robbing this jewelry store, and then the rest of us will follow your lead. And we'll make sure that you're not the one that gets caught. Like, the cops come in, we'll divert them, they arrest me, I'll be like, I didn't start it. And then they'll be like, well, who did start it? And we'll be like, that guy's long gone. Oh, well.
It's a good plan. Dude, and we could call it like the... I don't want to say finders keepers, but there's like something addressing like first is the worst. Ooh, there we go. The first is the worst initiative.
Worst.
Yeah, because the first is the worst. It's like a gateway drug to bad things. You don't ever want to be the first one of your friend group to do anything wrong, you know? Like, and then we all know one. Everybody knows at least one who's like a first is the worst type person. I think we all know at least one where it's like, oh, nobody would have started snorting coke if it wasn't for Tammy.
Damn it, Tammy. I had a career before this. Why did you make this decision for all of us?
And you know, that's how group IQ works, boys and girls. There's been studies, all right? You need one bad apple to drag a whole group down, but 9 good apples can't hold that weight. It takes the one bad apple, whereas you could have 9 bad apples. That one good apple ain't doing nothing. One good apple ain't doing nothing to 9 bad apples. This is a fact. So thanks, Tammy. That's a fact. That's science here on Ruse Radio, boys and girls. I think it's time for a rap freestyle.
Calling at the door. I know that you can hear me. You can see me peeking through the bottom of the door. Don't treat me like this anymore. I know I'm just a dog. I'm just your pet responsibility. But I like to be treated like a person. With a personality.
Ooh, a personality.
Yeah.
Well, ooh, I go out when I see you. I feel like a dog. I'm just scratching up the wrong tree. Feel like I don't belong, please. Well, and I'm searching through the smog, feeling like a long breeze. With the yo, hey, maybe you could throw me a bone. Maybe then you could leave me alone. Maybe when we could all hang out. I'm a dog now, man, we could all bang out like, and I hope you know I'm no snail. Watch it go round and round, that's my tale. I'm telling tales as I'm telling y'all stories. Running around and none of that's boring. You can call me Sonic, coming with the knuckles. Coming in, I'll punch you. I'ma leave you trussle. I'ma give you trouble. I'ma make you fail. The man, I'm a dog. I'm the real deal like woo. Woo. Like woo. Motherfucker, that's a dog like woo. Yeah.
Howling at the moon.
Howling at the moon.
I'm a dog. Bark, bark. Yippee. Ooh.
Yeah.
They make those noises sometimes too. Yeah. I'm a dog. Take me to the park so I can run around and I can really bark. Can wag my tail. Play some fetch. And take me to the vets. Take me to the bench. Take me to the little water fountain on the floor where all the other dogs are already cuddled around. And I try to get some water, but they won't let me in. Won't let me in. Yeah, not the biggest dog in the park, but I got the loudest bark. So back up if you want that swishy plushy toy. It's mine, bitch. This is not a good one. This is not a good one yet.
Really need
I'm gonna
to
catch
mess
it. I'm gonna
with
catch the
me
flow.
when I'm at the dog park. I'm hanging out with all the cats, and I'm gonna make them speak different when they all bark. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm at the dog park, and I'ma fight now. I'm talking to the other owners. You better not mess with me, or you'll leave with your bones hurt.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say boners.
That's what you thought, but you's messing
you
me
get
up.
boners.
I ain't
Fucking around with this dog at the dog park.
I'm thinking about some cloners. Could you clone this dog? Could you make 2, 3, 4 more of this dog? Could you make like 1 million more of this dog? Cause I love this so much and all I need some more of this dog.
Yeah. Give me the DNA. I'll put it in the machine. Tell it what it needs. I'll tell it what I mean. It puts out a little dog. This dog is looking kinda like a hog. Oh no. There was some bacon grease on my fingers when I touched the machine, and it took the spine and it intertwined it with the dog DNA. Let's break it down, yeah.
Dog DNA, a dog pig hybrid coming out of my oven. I don't really like this, but I can't fight it. Think I'm being psychic. Think I'm a little bit different as I pull it out the oven, and I'm looking like I'm cooking, like I knew just what it was when the dog starts oink barking. I don't know what that means, but I like the sound of it.
I should have said noise of it. Oink, bark, and noise of it. That would have been good.
Hanging on my head. I'm thinking about like dog pig DNA now, and it's,
I really like the touch of
it's fucking with
pig
me.
grease just slipping in there.
We're talking about BLTs.
It's like a
I
Frankenstein.
got BLTs on my
horror.
mind now.
That's a great concept for like a horror movie, you know? Somebody like finally figures out how to clone a dog and they just get a little pig in there on accident.
It's The Fly, but with a dog and pig.
Your voice thinking is a song. There's an app that does
Weird
exactly
science.
that.
There's an app that does exactly that. It's called the Cash Now app. The Cash Now app. I can use it now. You can use it right now.
You can use it.
Don't do that. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
1-800
You
get
can use
cash
it
right now.
You can use it.
You can use it.
Hey, seen this girl at the mall. I said, hey, baby, do you want a ball? Do you want my number? Take it down. Hit me up when you're in town. She said, hey, I'm around. I'm down to do whatever you want to do. If you're a clown, I'm a clown. I said, ooh, baby girl, take my digits and quick. You can use them when you need it. Hit me up on the shit. I'll take you out to the crib, and then we will go get McRibs at McDonald's if it's March, and if it's cold, we got Sparks. We can get some drive-through, and we can take it back to my place. You could sit on my face. We can make it really great. You could use me. You can use it when you need to. You can use me. You can use it when you need to, yeah.
Here's my credit card. You can use me whenever you're out at large. You can use me at every charge. Every time you try to buy something, I be smiling on you. I be never frontin'. I be telling you something. You can use me, feeling kind of fruity.
Use me.
Feeling like a fruit, G.
Baby,
Meaning
you
could
can
grab me
use
off
me.
the oven, you could eat me. Grab me off the counter like an apple, like it's freebies. Saying you can use me, saying like it's
Use
Tubi.
me.
Watch it like a movie, feel it like it's groovy. You ain't even knew, G, that you could always use me, and you could really choose me. You could really know that. You could really be me. You could really know that. You could really use me if you really want to control facts, and if you want to go back, you could know.
You can use me, baby. No, I pick you up from the airport when you were out on the road. Took you out to Paris, and we spent a whole week, and you took a whole bunch of pictures but didn't post any that included me.
Oh, snap.
You can use me.
You think I forgot? You think I forgot when you went to Paris? You didn't tag me once. I was in Bonjour. You think I don't remember? I've been going through everybody's Instagram.
Yeah.
And I can't control myself. I'll be getting mad. People people take my posts, my pictures, and they getting grabs.
What?
But guess what? I ain't getting no tags.
They ain't giving credit where the credit is due.
No.
My man's putting out content, but he ain't getting no views.
No.
We got people reposting his work while they just sit down in the corner in front of a green screen and smirk.
Oh.
Fuck is this shit? You're not doing commentary. You're just sitting there contributing nothing and being greedy. Why don't you make something original on your own so you can contribute to this world? Cause right now you're just acting like some slug leech ass motherfucking baby girls. Ooh, give those views where they're due. Give your views to Ruse. Give Ruse your views. Hit 'em, Ruse. Sweet views, baby. Bring it up on your phone and just let it autoplay over and over and over again while you wash the dishes. It's fine, your hands are wet and soapy. Just let that video play a couple 100,000 times. Give my man those views.
Just give me those views.
Hey, YouTube. How many views can we get if we upload this to Reddit? And then we link it over to our Pinterest and our Instagram and our Twit. I mean, X or Threads or Blue Sky, whatever. Just put it up on the internet where it will live forever and ever. Ooh.
Gotta ask y'all a question. I've been going on this website for a long time, and I wonder where are all my views?
Where are the views? Where are these views? Gotta give credit where the credit is due. Make sure you tag original creators.
Nobody
If you're
tagging
gonna
me on
re-upload
Instagram.
bullshit, so you can also advertise Instagram and OnlyFans models.
Tag me first, and this song would have never been made. If you would have just tagged me, I would have thought that was
Just tag
all fine.
him.
Just tag me in the first
Tag
place.
him.
Oh,
While you're
that's
at
all
it, put
I'm
me
saying.
in the thumbnails of videos.
This doesn't even make sense.
And tag me too.
Tag Mike too. Tag Mike Mazzella.
That was fantastic. None of that was recorded. None of that. We just confessed to so much stuff. You guys missed it. We just confessed
was
to
that
everything.
recorded or not? I'm
Technically,
so
yeah,
confused now.
but I can
thought
cut.
that we
I can
were
just
done
cut it all
after
out.
we
That's what I'm
wrapped.
saying. So all
My
those,
bad.
all those things you
All right.
just confessed to,
Let's reset.
all that stuff you just said. Don't worry, no one knows. It's all under wraps. It's like the Epstein files. I just blacked it out.
It's not like that in any way.
just
It's not like that at all.
No Diddy. So
Wait, I'm confused now. Where are you going to
the
cut
show's
from?
for children.
What were we
right
talking
after
about?
right after the song? I already knew. As soon as it's like right when the rap ends, they're like phenomenal, amazing rap. They just felt those vibes we
And then
just
we'll
laid
cut
out.
to
And then we
this
cut to
right
this,
now.
where it's like I just say, "You guys didn't hear anything we just said. Don't worry, we didn't say anything that bad. Don't worry, it was just like the Epstein files." Then it cuts to me
We
saying
watched
that.
the Keenan and Kel intro video, which I'm sure was very interesting for everyone listening.
It was interesting to me. It was interesting to me because what they did was the kids. This is my advice to you today. This is my advice to you is when you're writing a rap, if you have the things you have to mention laid out beforehand, like if you can make bullet points for everything you have to say, it basically writes itself. Like it's just all about you
Word association,
connecting
you're
all
finding
this
rhymes, you're finding telling
like
a story.
it basically becomes a checklist, and you just have to check everything off. And like one thing I like to do to like encourage wordplay is I'll just write a list of words in one theme. Like it'll be like pop, and then it'll be like pop, soda. I'll list a bunch of pops, like bang,
I do a similar thing when I'm writing roasts.
Bottle. Yeah, so you just come up with a bunch of words, and then you come up with a rap using every single one of those words, and like eventually it just all blends together into a theme throughout the rap if you do it right. Like it's a pop themed rap, but it's really all wordplay alluding to pop if you do it right and you use the words thoughtfully. Like it can all be wordplay and all just this imagery that's used that's in this theme if you do it right. But that's a hard thing to do. Like, and you can do it with any word. So and the hard part is like I don't know if you know Harry Mack, but that's what his whole freestyling method kind of is he'll like pick a seed word and then come up with a bunch of other words in his head as he's freestyling, and then come up with rhymes and stuff as you go to build up to those words that were related to the original word. But it's way easier said than done. Like that sounds easy, but like you're actually pretty good at coming up with freestyles that are related to the thing. Like one thing that you impressed me with is you'll come up with a bunch of, and I think it's because you have a better like improv oriented brain than me, is you'll come up with words in the category of what we're talking about. Like I'm good at kind of just meandering off into different directions, and I can tell that you're good at like talking about specific things while freestyling, which is actually hard because it's harder to stay on topic than it is to go and do anything else.
You're thinking about two things at once. You're thinking about like, I need to rhyme with, whatever word I just ended with, but also keeping it in the, I don't know, the like, I guess the category list. It's like one of those things where if you've ever played a game where it's like charades, but with words, like you can't say the word on the card, but you could say any word that's like associated with it and people have to guess.
Yeah.
Like if you start doing that, you're saying, if the suggestion is hospital and I'm saying stethoscope and
I don't think you've ever,
and,
I don't know if they do this, but in the whatever that improv book is, it's around here somewhere. It's the improv book where it's written by the guy who made improv and then Charna Halpern, Del Close and Charna Halpern.
Yeah,
and
it's art by committee or like
the Art and Truth. I think that's what it's called.
Comedy.
The Truth in Comedy. That's what it is. It's really good because those are like the OGs. So if you're gonna learn from anybody, those are probably the people to learn from. But I think
I would say yes. A lot of people in the improv scene today would probably.
That's a controversial statement.
Oh, they were both like controversial figures. They took their pictures down at I.O. Now they're back up, but they're like not in like as prominent of like places. I guess Sharna still comes around sometime. I never met her. She was like gone from the theater before I like moved out here. Would like to meet her at some point. I'd like to talk to her. She's still alive. Del Close is dead.
When did he pass away?
I think like in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was a while
early
ago.
2000s.
Yeah.
He's been dead for a while. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like they're both kind of, I guess, after 2020, after everything happened, and there was like kind of a big shifting of like who was in charge at a lot of the theaters. A lot of places replaced their boards and like brought in new people and stuff and reassessed their history of like casting and all of this stuff. And, just were like, maybe Del wasn't the best guy and took down a lot of pictures of him and references to him, and like things that were named after him were no longer named after him. Like all of the theaters at I.O. used to be named after comedians and people. Like there was a Farley theater. There was a Chris Farley theater in there. And then when they decided to remove names, they removed all of the names. So now all of the names at I.O. of the theaters are just the names of like the streets that are around the theater, which is like weird.
That is weird.
But anyways, I'm doing a show there in March. I'm doing Rift City, so come see that. I don't remember off the top of my head what Saturday in March it is, but if you're seeing Rift City on a Saturday in March, it might be me.
It might be you.
It might be the night that I'm doing it.
You might be riffing up the city.
I don't know which night it is, just like I don't know what I'm going to be talking about because that is the nature of that show.
Ooh.
It is people put suggestions in buckets and a comedian walks up and draws suggestions out of multiple buckets and reads them and just riffs, just does like crowd work.
Ooh.
So it'll be fun.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Riff raffing.
Yeah, come check that out.
But I remember why I brought I was trying so hard to remember why I brought up the Truth in Comedy book. And it's because there was a game in the book where it was you would each, it was a word association game, but you sing a song. So it's like someone goes and like it's like a hotspot game, if you ever heard of that. So I'm sure the hotspot game people play. I don't know. But then it's like, okay, so I'm in the spot, for those that don't know, and I'm singing whatever song comes to my head, whatever song. And the whole point is that I should sing whatever comes to mind, like whatever's at the top of my mind. And so I'm going to sing that, and then somebody else is going to have to push me off the hot spot, and they have to go quickly, because the whole point is that I shouldn't be there for very long. And then now they're standing there, and they're singing a song that's sort of related, like a Rorschach test. Like their song is somehow related.
Yeah.
And then someone else does it, and someone else does it, and eventually you develop a theme, and then eventually it all connects somehow and means something. So hopefully, if you do it right,
like
hopefully.
a category or like something like that.
Yeah. So to me, that's an interesting way of doing that same thing, but in an abstract sense. And I think you have to learn to do that.
Have you ever played Mindmeld? That's like where you stand in a circle and, two people look at each other and they go like 3, 2, 1, and then they both say a word, and it can be anything to start. And then you go around the circle and it's like this word and this word. Then the next two, you want to do 3, 2, 1, and their goal is to try and eventually say the same word at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that, yeah.
So people start kind of dancing around things. So if like, we could do it right now. It's really easy.
I've done this before, but I could try. That sounds like a fun game.
All right,
okay,
so this is the rule: is on the count of 3, we both say a word, and then we keep going. We're trying to eventually say the same word. We cannot repeat ourselves. So if we've already said something, we can't say it again.
All right.
And we just eventually want to get to the same word. But you'll notice that we're going to start wildly far apart, but eventually we're going to get to a point where we're like, we kind of both have an idea, and we're saying things in the same category or like the same location or something, trying to get to something that's like the same.
All right.
And the only rule is that like, you don't want to think about the overarching trajectory of it. It could go in different places and go to different things. You just want to think about the last 2 words that were said and then word association between those 2 things.
Okay.
So watch, like on the count of 3, just say a random word. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Water.
Camera. What'd you say?
Water.
I said camera.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Tank.
Titanic.
Oh, I said tank.
Titanic, and you said tank. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Fish.
Set and fish.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a film set. Fish. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
School.
Nemo.
Oh, I said school.
Nemo and school. Okay. So. 3, 2, 1.
Clown.
Substitute.
Oh, I said
Thinking
clown.
about it earlier, like wheeling the cart. Today we're watching Finding Nemo in Spanish, so you learn. What did I say? Substitute.
Substitute. I said
you
clown.
said clown. All right. What's a substitute for a clown? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mime.
Mime. There we go.
But
And that's how
gave
you
me a
mind
hint,
meld,
though.
baby.
You gave
That's
me
how
a
you
hint.
mind
You
meld.
said
No, we
right
got there.
before
We
what's
got
the
there.
substitute. You gave me such a strong
Well,
hint.
those were the 2 words, substitute and clown.
But maybe if you hadn't said that, I don't
That's
think
just
I
a
would
little
have said
direction
mine.
on how to play the game. I think it was right there for the taking.
That
and
might
we
be
got
a
it.
cheat.
I think we got it.
That might be cheating.
I think we got it.
I don't know if you said in the rules, but I don't know if it's allowed. You can't throw jabs in there in the middle.
You can. Yeah.
That's an interesting.
There's no
touch.
referee. There's no judges here. There was no prize. It's just a game.
Mine was a good.
You're like,
move
God knows.
from
God
clown,
knows we cheated.
But I'm telling you, like my dumb brain, I would have said something else again. I would have went like, because if I'm thinking clown and then teacher, I would think lesson. I would think like paddle. Paddle would be good. See, but you wouldn't have said that. See,
but that's what I mean. Is that like it can go in like all different ways. I started with camera.
I feel like it's like we were playing tennis and you spiked the ball down.
We got to
on
mime.
me, and I don't like that you spiked the ball and like pinned me into the corner. You know, like I feel like we're playing tennis and you just spiked the ball.
This is it's doubles. We're on the same team.
Because the thing is, Mindmeld is a fun game, and it's like I've never seen someone like so easily get me to say their word, and you did it with one sentence.
It was our
impressive.
word. It was our word.
No. It was your word. You got me. You because you gave me a clue. It was like a creative. See, you're good at.
You could have said anything you wanted though.
No. See, It's on camera, guys. Go back, rewind it, go back 7 minutes, and tell me, did this guy trick me into saying his word?
I don't think so.
His word. Would this hold up under court? Would this hold up in court?
I don't know. Probably not. It'd be a question of fact for the jury.
All right. We'll see. How about that?
I do got to get going.
All right. Well,
so
did we give a message for the children? Did you give a message for the children?
Follow me on Instagram at Mike M Comedy. Come see Keepin Tabs News February 19th at the Annoyance Theater and March 19th at the Annoyance Theater, 8 p.m. Those are Thursday nights. Get your tickets now. Follow Keepin Tabs News on Instagram as well. Give Ruse your views, man. Give Ruse your views. Don't repost his content and try and steal it or put a little fucking picture of yourself in the corner reacting and going.
And if you do, tag me.
Like,
and
don't
if you
steal
do, collaborate the post with me. I'll accept your collaboration request if you do that.
Monetize.
I just want
GoPro.
Share the views with me. I'm trying to go pro.
I'm trying to go pro.
I'm not trying to go
I'm trying
amateur.
to get a motherfucking scholarship. I'm trying to go pro.
That's my message for the children. Go pro. Go pro. Go pro. And social media, where can they find you? Can they type your name in somewhere?
At Mike M Comedy, all one word, no spaces, no asterisks or dots or anything. Mike, M-I-K-E-M Comedy, and Keepin Tabs News at Keepin Tabs News, Keepin. And no, I was gonna say there's no G on keeping. It's keepin. It's at Keepin TABSNEWS, Keepin Tabs News. And come see that at the Annoyance Theater here in Chicago and watch it online when we get around to posting it and or maybe live streaming it soon. In these crazy political times, maybe people need to, I don't know, understand and laugh at and be able to contextualize crazy shit that's happening. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe. And thank you, Ruse, for having me on again and for fucking tearing it up on the sound waves with me. Soundboard getting exploded. That first one about the dog pig, maybe don't listen to that one, but the other one's good.
I think they were all miracles. And we make miracles happen. And boys and girls, you all have the capability to make a miracle happen. You want a message, you want something to go home with, it's that you're a miracle. You're amazing. And that's what we prove here every time with these little miracles. So thank you for stopping by for yet another miracle. A magical thing to be here alive on this day, on this show that some people call Ruse Radio. Clocking out.
Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle.